Nobody beat me today.
Oh my god, no, they didn't. I wonder what they're doing.
Make
I
sure they
know.
know that.
I will. I'll tell them. Okay, I know Heather has family in, so.
Oh, she could. She better be here.
Oh, I know. Oh my god. So, how's your week been?
Brutal. But I say that every time though, so I always say it's brutal. So
Uh, Same
I
shit.
literally just stopped working like 30 minutes ago. I start every day at 8, end at like 7:30. It's just way too long.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. What about what was it that you were talking about something earlier? I honestly still haven't even gone through all of our text messages.
Oh my god. I bet not.
That's how long of a day. So hold up. I'm gonna give Heather some shit right now as I let her into the space.
Yes.
You didn't beat me today, Heather.
Nope.
A nap of a fucking century. I,
Sec.
I swear to God, I haven't, because I haven't been sleeping well lately. I fell asleep after my parents left, and I woke up and didn't even know what planet I was on. It was so good.
Saw that Coney Island food.
Oh my God.
Did you get the funnel fries like I told you to?
No, I had a chicken finger pita. I don't
Oh.
know if they have funnel fries there. I don't even know what those are.
They're French fries with powdered sugar on them.
Oh,
Oh.
stop. I bet that's
They're
Oh
delicious.
my
like deep
god.
fried French fries with powdered sugar. They're amazing.
I bet those are
Oh my
good.
God.
Our bowling alley has something like that, but they're shitty.
These are not shitty.
Have you guys had elephant ear before?
Oh yeah, I love them.
Oh,
It's
it's
fried
almost
dough.
it's elephant ear season almost. I can't wait.
What is that? I don't know what that is. The
It's
plant?
fried dough. It's
With
fried
Oh,
like
dough.
cinnamon sugar all over it and shit. It's so good.
It's a diabetic's
interesting.
heaven.
Oh, I bet
Hmm.
it is. I bet it is. My gosh. Anybody hear from Emily?
She is joining us. She said she was, and I know she reactivated her spaces. So her
Yes.
spaces, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, her Twitter.
Yep, her Twitter. I might have to go quiet for a minute. I'm waiting for my food to get here.
Ooh, what are you
chose.
getting?
I just got Wendy's.
Ooh, yum. I love Wendy's though.
Me too.
Nice. One of my kids just told me they closed down one of our Wendy's. We got like 15 Jacks though, so we'll be okay.
What is Jack's?
Jack in the
Jack's
Box?
no, it's
Oh,
Jack. But it's similar. It's like an off-brand version of Hardee's, or it's like a different
oh,
Hardee's
okay.
slash Carl's Jr. Like it's very similar to that. They're literally everywhere. You can't throw a fucking rock without hitting one of them.
I've never had that.
It's not very good. I don't like. I mean, it's all right. I'm gonna offend a bunch of people. Yeah, it. I don't like it. It's not my preference.
What, Jack's? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah. I just don't.
All
But they're
right,
everywhere.
Emily is here.
Oh, yeah. I don't see her yet.
She's here.
Hey,
And
Emily.
yes, I saw Heather's penis mushrooms, Emily.
What?
Good God. You know what's funny is sometimes I'll post a tweet and I'll be like, people are going to love this. And it'll get like 30 or 40 likes. And then sometimes I'll post something dumb or like whatever. And I posted this stupid meme yesterday. It's up to like 5,000 likes. I'm like, oh, I got to shut those notifications off. My phone was like,
Holy
beep, beep,
shit.
beep. And it was dumb. I'm like, come on, people.
Oh my god.
Mm.
I get that. I post some shit and I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. This
Yeah.
is so funny. And I'm like, oh, nobody else thought that was funny. That's all right. I got 30 likes. 30 people think it's funny. It's fine.
I think it
Bullshit. You
depends
you
on
haven't gotten 30 likes in 3 years. Every single time you post
the.
something, it's 250 likes. Come on.
Oh no.
I
I have some shit ones.
I feel like sometimes like people just like I could post something stupid like just an emoji and it would probably get likes. Like,
Well, Jordan, you all remember Jordan. One of the things was like somebody once posted, and he was like, "Men need to start supporting men." And this broad just out there posted something to the effect of, "I like or I use soap or I like
I
cookies,"
like
and she
cheese,
got,
is what she said. I like cheese.
uh-huh.
"I like what cheese?" That's it.
Cheese.
I like cheese, and she got like 5,000 likes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, us guys are putting this thoughtful, emotionful emotional post out there, and it gets 4 likes.
You know what? I'm gonna
I
do
know.
that. I'm gonna tweet it right now. I'm gonna tweet I like cheese too.
You definitely
I
should.
should
What the
just.
hell,
I'm just gonna
Emily?
post a unicorn emoji and see if it gets any likes. Cause
Let's do it.
like, because I posted this stupid meme, and it was a funny meme. But usually, it was that one that was like, that guy was like, "I like my vagina shaved," and the person's like, "Well, then shave
Oh
your
my god,
vagina."
that was the funniest thing I've seen in
And
days.
That
that
was
thing's up to
hilarious.
like, it's up to like 6,000 likes. But then I'll post like, I'm like, that gets more likes than my pictures. I'm gonna stop taking pictures of my damn self. It takes work.
And then people are gonna be like, "Where have you been, Heather? I haven't
No,
seen you."
Show me
I
the
didn't post.
titties, Heather. That's what everybody's gonna say. Show me
I
the
showed him
titties.
yesterday, and Jesse commented on my boob picture yesterday. He was like, "That looks like Miss Ashbash's," because it does. It was like the angle I did. I was like, "It does look similar to yours." I'm like, "Well, she's training me, so
That's right.
It
That's right.
can y'all hear me?
We
Hmm.
can now,
yeah."
yeah.
Oh, it showed up yours, Heather, and then hers on my feed right after each other.
I know. And Jesse's like, "That looks like Miss Ashbash." And I'm like, "Yep, she's training me." I
That's
was like,
right.
Hey guys, I gotta mute for a second. I'll be right
Okay.
back, all right?
Hey, you
"Oh,
know what though?
fine."
After a certain age, I'm not even gonna say it. Sometimes you have to take it at certain angles. Okay, it looks better.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I'm so bad at trying to take sexy pictures. I don't know how to take a sexy picture. I'm just like, here I am. I don't know.
No.
Do with
It
it
is
what you
it is
want.
8:07, by the
Oh
way, just
yes,
so you're
yes,
aware.
yes. Oh, I have a sleeping baby. Let me go to my notes. Not that I had to make a whole bunch of notes on this, but so tonight's topic, we're going to talk dads, father figures, stepdads, grandpas. I even consider some uncles, anybody who filled that role of a dad, or and yourselves, of course, because a lot of people in
Mhm.
here are dads, and a lot of people are uncles, and a lot of people have fulfilled that role in some way, shape, or form throughout their lifetime. Because we're old and we've been through a lot. Just kidding, but yes. So speaking of which, Heather, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Like I said, I haven't slept well since like last what Friday, I think was when all this. I mean, it really started last Wednesday, but we found out the seriousness of it. It was Friday, so I haven't slept well. I've just like been a couple hours here or there or whatever, and then um my sister, oh my god, you got some of this I'll tell you guys on Discord because it'll take up the whole space. But my sister came in from Las Vegas the other day, so my whole family is together. So we've been together. I saw them Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, and then today and whatever. But we had just had to have the whole family conversation about, like what does he want for his funeral. So that conversation we did that yesterday. Um, and then like the whole conversation of like, how is my mom going to afford to live, once he's gone and the income is gone. So that was a lot. And man, I crashed out today, but that's pretty much it so far.
No, man, I know it's a lot. And then you have everything else going. I mean, having family and alone too, that's
I know. And work. And then, of course, Easter's coming up and my kid's graduation. And I'm like, oh my God. Ugh. I'm just relieved that I have like 2 more days. And then next week is spring break and I'm not doing shit. I will be on my couch just shit and posting on the internet for like 7 days straight.
oh shit, our spring break's next week too, Heather.
Yeah. Isn't it? Oh man, it's going to be so nice just not having to get up and do anything.
Oh God. I have to dude, Monday I'm gonna be driving. I gotta be at the girl's appointment. It's about an hour and
Uh-oh. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I think we lost
hey, I don't know
Uh-huh.
why it
James.
muted me for some odd reason. Am I
Yeah, it says on my end that James is a listener too. I don't know where he went.
oh no.
Mine too.
Me too. I just sent a co-host invite.
He's probably eating that Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
Oh,
I
is
was
that
just
what
saying.
y'all are calling it? I'm just kidding.
yeah, that's what I'm calling it. It's Wendy's. His big bacon classic.
The Baconator.
the
Oh
Dude, it
man.
the
muted me
junior
again.
baconator.
I wonder if something's going on with my AirPod. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still
I know
here.
when somebody calls me, I know when somebody calls me, I'll lose my audio in my earbud. I got to back out and come back in to get my damn audio back. I hate
Huh.
that crap.
I don't know.
Oh,
Nobody
I
calls
just
me.
liked your I liked your I like cheese. It's up to 7 likes in 4
Oh,
minutes.
hell yeah. Let me go like
I'm gonna
yours.
bookmark it. I'm
I didn't
bookmarking
see
it.
that.
Oh, I didn't post mine. Let me go put
Oh, okay.
my
Yes.
emoji.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm
yes.
just gonna post the unicorn emoji. That's it.
I'm
Man,
glad y'all
And
are
see,
doing an experiment on this.
I'm gonna see how many likes I can get. I'm gonna give myself a like to get it going. Okay, so there's one.
I love it.
We'll see what happens. People will be like, "What's wrong with her?" Don't. I just went off the deep
well,
end.
if James can hear me, I keep. Okay, there it goes. I was like, I keep adding him. It's just
Uh,
not letting me.
all right, I'm back.
What'd you
All
That
do?
right,
was a
You guys,
quickie.
that
Ah.
was a
well,
quick.
That
I'm
didn't
eating
take
my
long.
I'm eating my cheese fries right now.
Uh,
Oh man.
Well, I have a question.
Yes, that's exactly what I call it, Emily.
I have a
Eating
uh-huh.
them, Wendy.
I have a question here. What is one word you would use to describe your dad?
Who you
Asshole.
ask? Wow, Drew. All right, Drew. We're gonna
Ooh,
unpack this. Tell
I
us
was
more.
I was like,
Yeah.
My
Yes.
dad is a huge asshole, and which is probably why I'm an asshole. But, you know, I
Yeah, but
mean,
you're
you
not an
just have to.
asshole to your daughters, though.
No, no, I'm not. My dad is in full blown dementia, and he is still more of an asshole to me now than he ever was, no matter what I do for him. Over
Oh,
there
so your
working
dad
on
is
his
still
truck.
alive, Drew. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's still alive, but he's not great, you know. I mean, he's in and out. He has bad days, he has good days. But anyway, it but you know, I've unpacked this before myself, and you just have to know how he was raised. And you know, Groveville, Alabama, on a logging farm, and you know, it was not a great life. You know, he was born in like 49 or some shit like that, and his dad was horrible. He drove a truck. He didn't see his kids for like 6 months at a time, and he would come home, and the first thing he'd do, them kids would run to him, and he started slapping them. So,
Mm.
but yeah, my dad's just an ass. And it's like the only time that he's not an ass is when he needs you for something.
oh God, I hate
And
family members like
Yep.
that.
Well,
and
but
if he needs you, oh my God, he's hey son, how you doing? Is everything okay? Is everybody okay? Any other
Uh,
time he's oh hell no, fuck no, hell
but
no.
listen,
Just you know,
some of that's the disease.
no, some of that is you ask Travis. He's in here. Travis will tell you he's been that way my entire life.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
Yeah,
sorry.
he's
That's
I
done
kind
that
of
with
how
me
my
too.
I
When
hate
he's
to
needed
hear
something.
that. I hate to hear
that's kind
that.
of how my sister is. And next time we're all on our Discord, I'll tell you about that all that mess. But
My
Oh
dad,
yeah.
yeah.
the father figure I had was my Uncle Mark.
oh,
And
there you
that was
go.
my mother's brother that and he's dead. He got killed in a car wreck. But
No.
when everything I went through in my childhood, my Uncle Mark was the one he sat in the courtroom and everything with all that stuff I went through and he you know he took me home he bought me four-wheelers and go-karts took me to the river he made sure you know he was a positive influence in my life just as much as he was his own kids and my Uncle Mark was the one that held the family together. We always had a family get together at Christmas. We had a family get together on Thanksgiving. We had a family get together on New Year's. We had a family get together on the Fourth of July. There was bottle rocket wars and you know, kick the can and dodgeball and football and baseball and always food. But when Mark got killed, the whole family scattered.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate to
It's
hear
hard when
that.
the
And
glue is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's my dad slash dad story.
Oh, that's a good one though. I mean, and that's very relative. A lot of us don't have our dads as necessarily the dad figure all the time.
And I'll tell you this: my uncle Mark, his middle name was Ellis,
Hmm.
and my mom was going to name me Elvis. All right, and it was
Oh
going to
my
be my
God,
middle
I'm
name
gonna
Uh-huh.
was
start
going to be
calling you
Brian
Elvis.
Elvis.
I kind
That
of
was
wish
going to
you would
be my
have.
middle name was Brian Elvis. I'm sure you do. You'd fucking be roasting me all the time. And
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
um,
that's a cool name. Uh-huh.
but all right. So his oldest son, Mark's oldest son, was born 5 months after me. All right. So Mark, he told mom, he was like, "Don't name him that. For God's sakes, don't name him that. Just name him Ellis. Just name him Ellis." All right. So Mama named me after Mark. Mark was named after his dad, and then he ended up naming his oldest son, Jeremy Ellis. So the Ellis name it traveled, and it has traveled for a while. So that's pretty cool. If I ever have a son, I'll probably name him Ellis.
That's a cool name. I like it, but I'm gonna start calling you Elvis, Drew.
I'm up to
I'm
6
sure
likes
you
on my
will.
unicorn.
I need to go
six,
like it.
6 likes for a stupid emoji and a comment.
Oh, you got a comment on it?
All right,
I
Oh, it's a unicorn.
did.
Ash.
I
Ash, I know
commented
you
on your
have.
I love cheese.
Yeah, I got to go like that one. Oh, I did
What,
like it
James?
already.
All right, let's get back to it. You have your stepdad and you have your real dad. Go. Let's
Okay,
start
so
with your. Let's start with your stepdad first.
all right, and I'll explain for anybody who doesn't know, but I think everybody knows. I was raised by somebody else my whole life, and then I met my real father. I already knew him. It's a long story, anyways. But I found out he was my dad at 17, so that's why there's the separation. Anyways, growing up, I would say that one, my we'll just call him my stepdad. Um, I don't, I really didn't think about him when I thought about this because he's an asshole, but I wouldn't call him an asshole. That wouldn't be the word I would use. Um, Dickhead.
So he was a
So
dickhead to you growing up.
no, he was great to me.
Oh, okay.
He was awesome. He was
That's what I
fine. But I
thought.
mean, looking back, I mean, he was an alcoholic. I mean, they did GHB and like locked us out of the fucking hotel room when I was like 13. Um, no, they were fucked up. He made all kinds of wrong decisions looking back. But he overall he was not terrible. He never beat me, never yelled at me and cursed me out. I mean, yelled at me.
Mhm.
But he never there was never any abuse ever of any kind. And I will say with that family, my father figures were kind of his brothers, to be honest with you. I mean, he was like 17 when I was born. His brothers were 19, 21, and 23. And so I went to like their houses for the weekends sometimes, you know. So that's my word though for him. My dad is just fucking quirky. That's the best I'm gonna
Oh,
give
that's a
him.
good word for him too. That's a great word
Mhm.
for
He
Mike.
is y'all. He's like Mr. Magoo. If Mr. Magoo were slightly racist and always politically incorrect.
I think your dad's cool as shit.
Oh dear God,
Yeah,
y'all.
Mr. Magoo
what your
just like
dad
that?
did to Drew, that was
That was
hilarious.
I
amazing. That
should have
was
let
the
Man,
him
that was
keep
best.
so
going.
cool.
He wanted to
I
keep
wish it
going, and
had.
I
If
was like,
you hadn't have said anything, if you hadn't have said anything, I would have called on, and it would have kept going, and it would have been even better.
I know I'm gonna. It's okay. I'm gonna reserve it for future use, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. You're not gonna expect it. And it won't be my dad. But anyways, for anybody who doesn't know, we prank called Drew. I did.
We
I got my
did.
I got my dad to tell him that he hooked up with his wife like 3 years ago and he just can't handle his little bastard anymore. They have a kid together. He's gonna have to come get him. He's gonna have to come get him. He's tired of him.
And the girl was adamant on naming the child. What was it, Brian or
Brian.
Andrew? Brian.
Brian,
Brian.
Brian,
And then of course my dad was thinking quick too, because Drew was like, I don't have a Facebook because he was like, well, I found you in her phone. He was like, no, I'm in a screenshot of your Facebook and I looked you
Yeah,
up. It's
that was
like,
great.
it's like, oh my God.
So I have
But
to ask, on that note. who here, like, you couldn't, like, Emily, could we have asked your biological father or your stepdad to do that, and would he have done it? Probably not, right?
Uh, you can ask me to do it, and I'll do it right fucking then.
No, my
May
dad, he would absolutely never do something like that in a
my
million years.
my
That's why I asked.
yeah, my dad probably would, because y'all know mine. I did to my dad, and he totally fell for it. But I don't think my
Yeah.
stepdad would, because he's not as my stepdad. He was I don't he was a southern gentleman, and my dad
Mm.
watches NASCAR and used to drink Mountain Dew. So there we go.
Mm. Oh my God. Hey, Emily, did
Yeah.
your dad ever like stand in front of a TV that's sitting on top of a dresser watching some show about Neanderthals? That's
No,
exactly how he said it. My
no,
dad was like, oh God.
we only had the
Uh,
one T. We had fucking two TVs at my dad's, but no, he
well,
didn't.
at my sister's dad, so my stepdad, at his house, I would walk by and his room was right there off of the kitchen. So like if the door was open, you could see, and they had a little dresser and it had a TV on top of it. And I swear to God, he was always watching the fucking Three Stooges or
No.
this National Geographic Neanderthal
Oh my god.
docu series.
No, that's
And I
hilarious
always knew
though.
which I always knew which one because if I walked by, I'd be like, "What's on?" He'd be like, "Neanderthals." I was just like, "Oh my God." But yeah, I just thought of that.
So getting back to what I was asking, though, I want to know. Like, my dad would do Heather. I totally see your old man doing it, though.
Yep, my dad would have done it. Yep. And the word when we were going like the only word I could think of to describe my dad's like he's him and I are exactly alike sense of humor wise. I think my dad's hilarious. So that's how I would describe him.
But he's hilarious and dry at the same time, right? He does the dad jokes and things like
He
that,
does the
right?
dad jokes, but he does inappropriate jokes. He does dark humor. Like I told you guys when we were having the conversation about his funeral, he decided he wanted to be cremated, and so we were like, well, where do you want us to scatter your ashes? We're like, do you want it here or here from your childhood? And he's like, no, I don't want it anywhere from my childhood. I want it somewhere that is relevant to my life now. And I was like, okay, so you want me just to scatter them on your couch?
That's hilarious.
Like,
Wait,
but
what was his response?
nothing. They think it's funny. And then I made jokes when I came to visit him. I'm like, sorry, I'm late. I had to go book a date at the funeral home. Like we're we that's kind of the humor we have. So I said that I was going to dress up as the Grim Reaper and go over to their house and
Oh
shit.
god.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so no, my dad, we have the same sense of like he thinks I'm funny. My mom on the other hand is like, oh, that's so inappropriate, but like she'll giggle at it. Well,
God.
so I don't know.
Oh.
That's where I get my crazy humor from, I guess.
Well, if you do ever do the Grim Reaper thing, you better record that for
Oh, I'm
TikTok.
gonna record it, and
You better record it and then some.
I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it because I could just order the costume from Amazon, and just like go over. I think it would be so funny.
You
Just
better
be
wear that
like,
one to bed too,
I'm
right?
here for you, sir, or sir. It's time to walk with me.
It's time. It's time. I'm so good. Actually, I am gonna do it now because now I'm thinking about how funny it would be.
Well, you could take him some donuts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or
As an
something he likes
apology
to
for
snack
effort.
on. Yeah. Sorry. I was making a TikTok. Is
Oh
that
my
what all
god,
I
that
can
would.
say now?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll get it on video if I do. That'll be so funny.
Oh my God, yes.
But
Oh
yeah,
goodness.
this whole conversation actually made me because when we decided on this as a topic the other night, I remember I was like, oh, I'm gonna start going through pictures. So I got
Mm.
all my pictures out and dug out all the good ones, and it was kind of fun to do that actually.
Oh, good. I always like looking at old pictures, like
Hey,
the real pictures.
I'd like to ask a question.
Huh?
Has anybody got Duke blocked?
No?
Duke, no.
All right, I'm just curious. I'll be back.
What did
Hey,
he
there's
ask?
Paul.
Does
What is
anybody
he
have
asking?
Duke
He
Block.
said something about he was blocked or something. I'm going to find out.
His name is Ash
Oh,
something, isn't it?
oh,
Yeah,
Duke. Yeah,
Ash Blake,
Ash.
dude, Ash Blake. Hey, Pauline.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find him. I'll invite him.
There's Mark
Hey guys,
Todd.
Paulina's awesome.
So I know Brian or Big Drew for a very long time,
Oh, we
and
know.
I would have wished his dad was my dad because the shit that I went through was completely insane. And yes, he was a fucking asshole, and he would only call you when he needed something. He was just like that, and that's fine, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I had a psychopath as a dad, me personally. I mean, he killed 3 people.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
Jesus. Oh,
boy.
that
In
escalated
self
quickly.
He's
defense,
not lying, y'all. He's not lying.
the second time, we did it every time the same kind of way. Uh, he would run his pocket knife through somebody's stomach in a bar. That's what he did.
Can we call
But the
Oh,
second
Dateline?
time,
jeez.
no, this is before Dateline. Uh, he got shot. He actually got shot in the arm,
Damn.
and he cut somebody open. And then he did it. He went back to a bar again. He was a dancer. He was a Cajun, crazy good dancer, man. Crazy good dancer. Everybody wanted to dance with him,
What was
and
he
some people just didn't
dancing?
know how. Just what he was Cajun as fuck, man.
I don't know that reference though. I'm not trying to be smart. I
I
don't
mean,
know that.
it's wild. It's a lot of touchy feely.
He's a
Oh,
His,
coon ass. He's a straight
you
up.
know,
He spoke French,
I don't know what it
straight out of
is.
Louisiana coon ass.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So first time he opened somebody up that jumped on him. The second time he got shot and he opened somebody up. And then the third time, I don't know whatever happened, but he opened somebody up. And he had a split personality to begin with, but yeah, he was an absolute nightmare. He was a nightmare. We prayed for him to die for years.
Oh
He was a nightmare.
gosh.
Oh yeah, he was a nightmare. So when I say yeah, I wish I had Brian's dad. He knows that because I've told him that, and he knows these stories. But we eventually escaped from him, me, my mom, and my sister, with the help of one of his brothers. He had 12 siblings because
Did,
they knew he was insane.
so he
Hey,
had
hey guys.
mental
Hey,
illness.
Travis. He lived in a shack with a dirt floor on the swamp in Louisiana as a kid.
No shit.
So he was mentally ill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the epitome of my life and why I have so many kids, I have 6 kids, is I want to be every fucking thing he was not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
to be
yeah.
the epitome of everything he was not. So there
Would
was a
you?
lot of times we didn't have power. Most of the time we didn't have a television unless somebody next door in the trailer park felt sorry for us and gave us a black and white TV to watch. I mean, it was shit like that. And then he, like, would fuck my mom up and shit.
Oh
You know, he was a
gosh.
monster, dude. And all of his brothers knew it. But, I mean, I can remember being I mean, I hate to go this dark, but I could remember being a small child at 5 years old. And one of my uncles bending down, because I had so many, bending down to me and saying, hey, you know your dad's not right. This ain't the way you're supposed to treat people, son. Like, I'd be like, I like crayons, you know. I didn't know what to say,
Yeah.
but it was messed up. So, but yeah, he died Christmas Day, 1992. Best Christmas gift I ever got,
Oh yeah.
and uh, there's a saying: a man without a father has many mentors, and that is very, very true. Unfortunately, every one of them died.
Oh.
Mm.
Short lived. Every time I found one that I loved or clinged on to, they fucking died.
Mm. I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
hate to bring it down, but that's I just use it to
Hey,
be something better for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
it's it's dad stories, brother.
Absolutely. That's what
And
it's all about.
if it wasn't for all of that shit we went through, me and you would not be the friends we are today.
Oh yeah, a trillion percent for sure.
All right, let's hear from not to cut you off, Piper, but isn't that what I call
Piper,
you?
yeah, Rowdy Roddy Piper, but Piper for
Yeah.
short. Jesus.
I think that's what I call him. So now, Jesse, you have told us a lot about your dad and your stepdad before.
Yeah.
Would you? And we know we know all about your stories and stuff like that. But if you had to, like, one of the first questions, I don't know if you were here for the first question. If you had to identify one word, like Ashley, what was that question that you asked, Ashley? One word. How would you
Oh,
describe him?
yes. How would you describe your dad in one word?
My biological father, conflicted.
Oh, that's a
My
good
s-
one.
my stepdad was, um, God. What's the word that you would use for somebody who came into a role that he wasn't expecting to be in and just killed it, just knocked it out of the park?
A legend.
I don't know,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Jesse.
mean,
Oh,
I
that's a
could
good
say
one.
that. I literally was talking to him, before I about 30 minutes ago, and we were, he's always asking about how I'm doing, how the kids doing, how me and Emily are doing, kind of just sharing his life stories and shit. And I told him what the Spaces was on tonight, and he was like, "Well, make sure you tell him that you're a pretty legendary dad." And I was like, "Oh, come on." And he's like, "Well, you know what? You get to my age and you think you have all this information and you think you know anything because you realize you don't know shit." So,
But but does the panel know that like he's not technically your stepdad anymore, but I think it's pretty awesome he's still in your life?
I didn't know
yeah,
that. I thought
Yeah.
him and your mom were still together.
No, this
no. So
yeah.
my mom and biological father divorced when I was 12. And then I introduced my stepdad to my mom when I was about 14, maybe 15, and they got married shortly after. And that lasted about 25 years. And then my mom kind of did her own dumb shit and they divorced. Yeah, they divorced like 3 or 4 years ago. No, it's been
Oh
longer than that. They
my.
they divorced before my ex and I did. So, but yeah, he basically said at one point, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have stayed in that marriage. And I was
Oh,
like, okay, well, that doesn't sound very positive. He's like, no, I'm serious. It was, you gave me something to live for, to shoot for. And despite the fact that your mom was being dumb at sometimes, I just, was focused on you and your sister. And I was like, well, I appreciate that, Dad. So
Yeah.
yeah, he
That's
talks to
that's beautiful.
yeah, he talks to me more than he talks to his biological son.
Oh, that's
When you
crazy.
talk
But
to
how
him
old
more than
is?
you talk to your biological dad.
And that's very accurate. Yeah.
Well, how old is his biological son?
We are 12 years apart. So he is 36.
They are really close.
And here's the funny thing. I think my stepdad is only 12 years older than me.
I remember you saying that he's like not barely a decade older than you.
Yeah. I think he's exactly 12 years older than me. And my brother is 12 years younger than me.
Well, your stepbrother, but he's your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stepbrother. Yeah.
I think
Yeah. I still consider them family. I mean, I don't agree with them right now on a couple things, but I mean, they've been a lot of help in our lives and stuff. But I think you were talking about some prank calls earlier. I think my stepdad absolutely would do something like that. It'd have to be the right circumstance and like not harming anybody. But I'll be honest with you, my dad is a psychology major, and he would put together these, almost like a Dungeons and Dragons type scenario while we were driving, in the truck to do, he had a sandwich route, and he would give me these options, and he had a scenario for whatever option I picked. Like his mind just works way differently.
Like a choose your
And
own adventure almost.
exactly, it was
I
exactly like
love
that.
those books.
And he would
Yeah, me
like he
too.
would he would play he loved to kind of like play a game on it. Like he would say, okay, so you come into a bar or whatever, there's a hot looking waitress, or no, sorry, she's a hefty looking waitress, whatever, maybe not. He would just describe it, and then he would say, you get the menu, and there's three items on the menu. There's a burger, there's this, and then there's Mexican tacos or something like that. And I'm like, oh, well, I like tacos. And he goes, oh, well, you go in the back, and then she spreads her legs out on the counter. I'm like, oh, come on, Dad. Like, I'd be like that. And that was like, he already had that in his head. And I was like, did you have that for every one of them? He goes like, well, how can I do that for a burger? But I was like, man, his mind just works way differently than mine does. So
I just thought of a good one for the burger. The burger was such a mess when you saw it down there. It was like a pile of roast beef.
right, 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 right.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah, she took a couple buns
Hey,
and
there's nothing wrong with a loose meat sandwich.
oh
W-
Jesus.
no.
I'm a very visual. I don't need to see all. I don't need to visualize all that.
Meat curtains, I've heard them referred to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
me
think I'm
too.
gonna
Me
throw up.
too. That's
You
funny.
brought
That's
it
funny.
up.
You'll be
Jesse,
okay.
My
I'm sorry.
You'll be
okay,
okay,
guys.
Piper.
My 10
You'll
year
be
old
okay, Piper.
my 10-year-old was telling me, well, she wasn't really telling me. I overheard a conversation between her and her friend yesterday, and they know what raw dogging is. Well, I'll tell you what they think.
Whoa.
Okay, I was driving home from soccer practice, and I hear, "Are you gonna raw dog it?" And then she
What
goes,
the
"What's
fuck?
that?" She said, she or something like that. She said, "It's when you don't wear your socks with your shoes." And she
Oh, I
said,
would have just
and
slammed
she
on the
goes,
Oh.
brakes and been like,
and
"What
so
the?"
her
I
little,
would have made an ass out of myself.
So Emily is always raw dogging it, right?
a lot, not,
N-
but yeah, now a
no,
lot,
I
all the time.
always, I always had the socks on. I thought raw
I know. I
dogging
was
it's.
joking.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
I
Okay.
was joking. Raw dogging is boning without a condom. I thought
Right, but
so.
it is. No, it
Yeah.
is.
socks are
So
condoms for your feet.
so now you guys,
Exactly.
I didn't feel like it was my place because the other little girl goes, "Oh yeah." She said, "I'm going to be raw dogging it too." And so now I can't, I didn't say anything
I
to
would have
her.
turned that fucking car around. Like, what the hell?
I was like,
You
I'll
should have been
let
like, "Be careful, it'll smell."
I figure I'll let her parents figure it out.
It'll smell.
Oh God, y'all. I was just like, holy shit. And then I told y'all, did I tell y'all? I don't know. And then Ava, we were passing the damn Salvation Army, and she was like, I don't know why them homeless people aren't there anymore, over there by the Soviet nation. And she's pointing, I was like, the Soviet nation? I was like, what? And I was like, you mean the Salvation Army? I was like,
She
That's
said the
Oh
good.
my
Soviet
God.
nation.
That's
That's
The
awesome.
good.
Soviet nation. Jesus Christ.
That is
That
so
is
funny.
classic.
That is
Classic.
awesome.
she's 16, y'all. I'm like,
That's something
you
I'd
didn't read the
say.
sign.
Something
You
I'd
didn't
fucking
read the
say.
That
sign.
that is something you would say,
Yeah.
Emily. 100%.
Yeah.
I'll give you
The
100% on
Soviet
that one.
nation.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Because
Oh
because
dear
the
God.
ongoing joke between my stepdad, who was a very smart, well-educated man, and my mom was the same but a woman, and they always thought it was hilarious. This one time they asked me when I was in history in high school who fought in what war, and I was like, well, some guys, duh. I mean, come the fuck on. Girls aren't going to fight it, guys. So, yeah, sorry.
Wait, say that again. Say that. Repeat what you just said. I had trouble grasping that. What did
Well,
you say now?
so I'm your typical redheaded blonde. And I think in high school in history class, I was talking about some war, or my parents were like, well, who fought in World War, whatever? I don't even know. And I said, well, some guys did. Hello,
Oh,
like
okay.
like I didn't specify the north or the south or any of that. Like I it at the end of the day, they were guys. They were male.
Oh
That's
my.
It's true. They
that's
were
They're
always men until recently.
right, and that's where my weird ass brain went was gender. Like fucking gender. Oh God, I need help. Anyway, I'm too old for that.
oh Lord. You, James, did you say?
I don't know how I. You know how always you always see that thing on you know it's a video they create. When you're 5 years old, you think your dad is the smartest man in the world. When you're 10 years old, your dad's still smart, but he says stupid things. You're 15 years old, your dad says a lot of stupid things. You're 25 years old, your dad is a moron. You're 30 years old, maybe dad knew something. You're
Yep.
40
Yeah.
years old, man, dad is a brilliant friggin' dude.
Yep.
I was the one guy who always thought my old man was the smartest person in the room ever. I never went through a phase of like my brothers did 100%. My brothers thought my dad was the biggest moron ever, but I never went through that phase where I thought my dad was an idiot. But in the grand scheme of things, I lucked out with my dad. Like he was a bit he could be an asshole. He was very, he grew up with an Italian father who was very commanding, very domineering, and so he was. But I lucked out with my old man because you know although he was difficult, everybody thought he was mean and stuff like that. He was he disciplined me well. Like I didn't get into any trouble. I've never been arrested, nothing like that. And I've never so he did a good job keeping me on the straight and narrow. But um he's a totally different person now. He's a lot of fun. Like after my mom left him after 42 years, he totally changed tune. So he actually adapted and I consider him probably one of my best friends in the world now. So I don't really have a word to describe him, but other than maybe brilliant, I always thought he was the smartest person
Oh,
I ever knew. So
I
that's me.
love that.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean,
But,
I mean, honestly, that is cool, man. I wish I'd had a dad like that.
Me
well, let me
too.
ask you guys this. Let me ask you guys this. Any of you dudes or women, I guess, if you have kids, my old man, he would, no matter what, stay up. Well, he wouldn't stay up, but he would stay downstairs on the couch until we got home every night of the week. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Well, we had a curfew of 2 a.m. once we got to a certain age, but it was midnight until we were 18. And then if we lived at the home, we had to be at the house by 2 a.m. unless after that he was locking the door. Do you guys do the same thing or did you do the same thing with your kids?
I did, and with Abby when she was out with her ex boyfriend, I stayed in my recliner until they both got home. Even though I mean they, he lived there too for a little while. And then when Taylor, if I knew she was going out with her friends, even though she was in Florida, I I would wait up until I thought that she was home, and I would text her, "You okay? You home?" And then she say, "Yeah." And it's just ingrained in me. It's just your babies. Like you're gonna, you know what I mean? Even though she wasn't there, I couldn't rest until I knew she was okay.
Emily, why are you raising your hand? You don't have to raise your hand.
I know, but I didn't want to interrupt. So I got a, I got, when you call on me, I got a couple stories.
Well, have everybody answer that question first. Who else does that? Like Jesse, when you were still in the AZ and everybody was living at home, did you always stay up late with them, waiting for them to get home and stuff?
So my older two had a pretty long leash. They earned it until they didn't, and then they took it away. But yeah, I would stay up because I always had a curfew at like 11 o'clock. And the thing is my ex-wife was a night owl, so she was the one she was just up. It wasn't like she was staying up; she was just up. And if it got to like, okay, we told him to be home at 11, it was 11:15. She'd wake me up. She'd be like, "Hey, he's not home or whatever." And we always had the Life 360 thing, but yeah, and our garage too was right below our bedroom, so we would hear that, like we could hear them driving up, we could hear them pulling up. There's a couple times, you had to discipline because it was like, hey, I gave you a freaking curfew, and you always had the stories. Well, this happened and this happened. I said, okay, leave earlier if you want to keep using my vehicle, all that kind of stuff, and keep
What
having
kind
the
of stuff?
stuff. But
Kind of stuff.
yeah, just you'll leave earlier. Now my youngest,
Now my
he
um
mom has given him a lot
mom
of
is giving him a lot
Jesse,
of.
hold
logs.
on a second. Jesse, hold on a second. Who's speaking right now? Because Jesse's talking.
I think there's feedback.
It's
Is
feedback
that?
from Travis.
Oh, got it. All right. Hey, Piper, would you mind muting your mic just for a minute, bud?
Yes, sir. You got.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my youngest has a pretty, like he does good. Like he doesn't go anywhere he's not supposed to. We have the, Life 360 on his phone, but it's a matter of like, okay, just make sure you're home at a decent time. And he's with mom. Like if he was with me at 16, 17, I'd be like, all right, dude, weekdays, you're home by 11, period. I mean, latest, absolute latest, because you have school in the morning. Weekends, have fun. You can be home by around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. But if you cross the line and you start abusing it, we're not going to, we're going to take that privilege away. But so yeah, I mean, one of us was. It wasn't me all the time, but yeah, one of us was. And again, I don't
Yeah.
want to pass it off because, but like I said, my ex-wife wouldn't go to bed till like 2 in the morning anyway, so she was already up.
Yeah. Some people are like that. They're always they just like to be up late. So,
Yep.
Mr. Duke Osborne, aka Ash Blake, I see you got your hand up, buddy.
Thank you, my friend. Playing off what James said, my brother right there. My dad, my 11th grade year, it was 11 p.m. My senior year, 12 o'clock. And if you come in at 12:05, he's usually waiting at the door with a belt.
Wait, say
That,
that
that
last part again. What did you say? He usually what?
He's usually waiting at the door with a belt.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was one of those, that would dislocate your jaw, hurt you. He give
Oh
you a time to be
God.
home.
Oh
Yeah, violent.
my.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. And I'm not going to try to take space. I'm just telling you how I was raised. So I've never done my son that way, is my point. I've always been, the cool parent. His mom's gone now. Y'all know that. So, my son's better than I was, is my point. I don't have to give him a time to be home because he goes to senior prom, man, and be home by, 10:30, 11 o'clock. He don't drink, he don't party like I did. So with that being said, though, I grew up rough, man, and tough, and that's all I got to say. I love you all. Thank you for giving me a mic.
Oh, okay. No worries, man. Definitely. Definitely.
I can totally relate with you, man. Totally, totally, 1,000%.
Well,
All right.
I can't
Oh,
say
go
that
ahead.
I've
Oh,
done it.
sorry,
No,
Ash.
sorry, but I will say that my non-biological father, because I grew up with him, would play the good guy. He would do that thing. So it's the same thing what you're talking about, James, but he would tell me at 17, he would be like, you can stay out till, you know, midnight, or he'll give me like a ridiculous time for him because I knew it was bullshit anyways. But and he would always call me around 10 o'clock, and it'd take me about 45 minutes to get to his house. And he'd be like, look, I know I said you could stay out, but it'd be really nice if you came home because I'm getting tired. And he would effectively wait up, kind of. He would, I kid you not, there had to been like 10 times I came home to the smell of like burnt ass cookies in the fucking oven, and him passed out on the recliner with like the fucking fireplace on and the door open. The fucking door open because they had
Oh
a big
my
glass door.
God.
And I was like, what the hell? And of course, he was like, pass the fuck out. So it's like, whatever, like that
I
old.
did the same thing with Abby. I did the same thing with Abby for about a year and a half. Even though I'd be like, it don't matter at around midnight, especially if I was drinking a little and I done cooked dinner. And I was like, man, I ain't putting none of this shit up. I'm tired. I'm drunk. I'd text her and be like, hey, how much fucking longer y'all gonna be? Well, you said it didn't matter, Daddy. Yeah, but it fucking matters. I'm sleepy. When y'all gonna be home? I did the same exact shit.
Yep. And you know what? It was good though. I will say that playing that card of I'm gonna let you and you can, it's okay, but then calling and being like, but I'd feel better, or I'm getting tired, and you're like, damn, now I feel bad. It's like a dad guilt trip y'all put on people. hmm It is. And you're like, fuck. You're like, now I gotta go home.
I was being honest, man. I mean, I was just like, man, I can't rest until I know you're home. You know, dinner's on the stove. Just what the fuck?
Yeah. Emily has been itching to tell us a couple stories here. Em, we are on what's the word I'm looking for? We are
M time. You're on M
Right.
in
time.
We're at
anticipation.
your
We're
leisure.
Oh,
we're at
good.
your lead.
1000%.
Hey, thanks. I don't have anything to give, but just a 100%. Okay. So my parents got divorced when I was 5, and never really knew why, but I always thought my dad was great. He's been great. I've lived a very blessed life with a great dad and an extra special great stepdad. I mean, I didn't never have to want for my stepdad treated me and my brother better than he treated his kids, but his kids were a little bit older. But anyway, he was a wonderful man, wonderful fucking man. And he passed away tragically and unexpected and all that. And I'm just saying, Heather, I'm here for you, but you stay strong for your dad because your mom, it's going to be really hard for your mom because it's my mom. This has aged my mom. And I just never realized how frail my mom was. But anyway, on a funnier note, I'm like my dad. And so y'all were talking about like, wait, y'all being parents or like, how was it when y'all were younger, coming home late? Well, like, so I lived with my mom. My mom had custody of me. And when I was like at sneaking out age, I had to sneak out. I was never allowed to be out like past like 8 or like 8:30 or 9 because my mom's like, nothing good happens after
Wait,
dark.
wait, wait. Even at like 18 years old, you weren't allowed past eight or nine.
Probably like 10 or 10:30.
Wow,
I'm
that's
not kidding
early.
you. I'm
Wow.
not kidding you because my mom would be like, because cell phones were invented back then, but not the savvy ones now. But so I would just either be like, Mom, I'm staying at a friend's house and not come home, or come home at said time. And then I'd have to turn right around and sneak out the fucking house, you know? And I mean, yeah. Yeah, I can never say the one time I was over 21 and my little I was 21. Me and my friend Alyssa came home to my mom's house, and it was like, I don't know, it had to be like 3:30 or 4 in the morning because we'd been out clubbing, and after that club closed, we went to the boiler room, and fuck, they stayed open till 6 a.m. But anyways, we stupidly came to my mom's house when any other time we'd gone to her mom's house, and her mom's this little Korean woman that didn't understand a lot of English and didn't care, didn't even understand where we'd been, whatever. And my mom was like, "If you're going to keep those hours, you're not going to keep them in my home." And I was,
Oh
and
man.
I was like, "But mom, Alyssa's mom doesn't care." And she was like, "I'm not Alyssa's mom." And so my mom really was no joke when she was not letting us be out late or why, or she would have to know exactly where we were going to be. She wanted the phone number, like all these fucking things, y'all. But the funny thing, my funny story is, till when I could drive until the age I'm now, when I would go visit my dad, still to this fucking day, and I will leave wherever seeing him and come back home, he will say, "Hey, call me when you get home or text me when you get home." And there is many a times, because y'all know I'm fucking forgetful, where I like 2 hours later, I would be like, "Oh shit, I didn't call him." And but then I'm like, "Oh shit, why hasn't he called to check on me?" you know. But so I'd call him and he'd be like, "I've been worried to death, Emily." And I'm like, "Well, why didn't you call me then?" So that was his humor. But yeah, so I've had really good positive experiences with both my dad and my stepdad. And yeah, so that's great. Yeah, that's that.
I
I
like
just
So
want to say I would have definitely went to the boiler room.
I
Oh
well,
my
do
God.
I don't like, can I just, if you'll just give me one solid minute, James, about the boiler room is
Take
that was
two.
an well that I know, I like the fucking name. It was a dungeon down there, but so there was this club downtown, and we would go, and we started going before we were 21, and we would had like a friend buy us some alcohol, and it was yeah. Anyway, so when we got there, I can't. Oh my God, it's just slipped my mind what the club was called, but it would go till what, midnight or last call or like one, I don't know. And then, if you are still ready to keep on dancing, then down below under this club was called the Boiler Room. And it was like fucking dungeon down there. I mean, I'm not, there was the type of place where people probably who were doing really hard drugs were probably like rolling or whatever that drug
Yeah,
lingo is.
that ecstasy. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or a lot, I mean, but just you got me and my friend Alyssa just down there, just like dancing our heart out. We was just babies. We were so pure. Well, except the underage drinking, but you brought your own, and yeah. So a girl I worked with was like, yeah, I was down there like rolling off some whatever drug, and you probably see me sitting over there in a corner on one of them couches, and I was like, I was in my own little dancing world because I was there to literally, legitimately dance, not like do fucking drugs. But whatever, that's the boiler room, and they went till the wee morning hours.
Emily, I got a question for you. Have you ever done the ecstasy?
Yes, she told you
Yes,
that. She
James.
said she
Did
gave the
you?
Yes.
best lotion hand job of her life.
Yes.
Hmm.
No, no,
Yes,
no,
that's what she
Oh.
no,
says.
no, no, not the lotion hand job. We didn't even get that far. It was with those two California surfer dudes.
Oh, right. I remember that.
And it was just a lotion
Yeah,
to the
he rubbed her. Yeah,
forearm.
I heard that
Uh-huh.
the night. He rubbed her belly, and he did not ever try to sexually do anything with her. I heard that the
Well,
night.
no, he didn't rub my belly.
Well, I thought he
No.
did. My bad, my bad.
Okay. I mean, no belly. That's why I told Piper, you're not supposed to have sex on the ecstasy because we gave our hands to
That's the
our
best sex
elbow.
ever.
No, then no, because then you expect it every be that way every time, and it's not.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah,
It
you
was
did say
See,
not the
that.
best sex ever.
well, yours was the tequila and
Well,
Francis and Piper.
I've
So,
had more
but
sex on
Hey,
ecstasy than you
Francis.
have,
Oh my
so
God,
just
Francis.
let me say I've had more sex on ecstasy than you have. So that was just your
yeah,
only
I've had
time.
zero. That was no, I did no. It's zero for me.
No,
I had
Travis,
a
Travis, Travis.
oh, okay. I've we had lotion massage. If for your visual, just
Uh-huh.
picture two young two young people don't know anybody from Adam, just giving each other a lotion massage from the hands to the elbows. That's it. Just caressing. Like what's them dome heads on that Saturday Night Live skit? Cone
The
heads,
Yeah.
cone heads.
Coneheads. Yeah.
and they touch their cones, and that's like their sex. This is what our sex was, but we didn't fornicate. Anyway, yep,
Sounds
that's
You
it.
love to
glorious.
be touched. You love to touch and be touched when you're on good ecstasy.
Right. So that's why you're not supposed to have sex, but whatever. You have a safe lotion massage
So
that fucking 20 years later you tell people on Twitter
you're
and they
still
love
talking
it.
about it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll
No,
be quiet.
I wanted to I that's one drug. You guys know I haven't done anything besides, and I barely have ever even done any of the pot or anything other than like gummies and shit. But man, if I knew the ecstasy was safe, I would do it in a heartbeat. So,
Well, yeah, they were talking about Cadillacs and all this. And you,
It was
Drew, and
Mercedes,
Pink
oh,
green
well,
Nikes.
Nikes,
whatever.
red Nikes, pink
Why did I say
Mercedes, and green
Cadillacs?
Mercedes.
So apparently, James,
Green
you can get it
Nikes.
stamped with a fancy logo. Mine would have been a pink Cadillac, but whatever.
so
Yeah.
Duke Osborne, you got your hand up. You got a question for Emily?
Yeah, no, I got something to correlate. Say
For
on that.
me,
No, listen to me. The best thing, man, is cool. It's laying behind a woman, and it's like, her forearm, man. She. This is the easiest way to put a woman to sleep and relax a woman. She loves,
Just
the light fingertips on her, her forearm, man, or inside of her forearm. That it feels so good to a woman. They love that relaxation. I've done that, and if you quit, they'll throw their arm back like, I want some more of that. It's like, okay. But to me, that's one of the last experience I've had. That's a pretty cool experience. It had nothing to do with the ex or no partying or nothing. It's just like that is so cool just to be comforting like that.
Mhm.
no lie. I thought you were going to be like, easiest way to put a woman to sleep is to have sex with her. I thought that's what you were
Well,
going to say.
I know, but
I'd
she
say,
she
and
she
nobody
liked that.
gives a fuck, you lonely motherfucker.
You wasn't directing that towards me, right?
Yes,
so
I am. Get the fuck out of here, you
so
fucking creep.
I wanted to
Who's
piggyback on.
stepdad then?
Wait,
Whoa,
well,
whoa,
hold up,
whoa,
hold
whoa,
up.
whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa,
Duke,
whoa,
Duke, I'll take
whoa,
care of
whoa,
this.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Duke, I'll
whoa,
take care of this. Piper,
whoa,
what are you
whoa,
talking
whoa, whoa,
about?
whoa, whoa.
Man, that's some creepy shit to say, man. We're talking about your
No,
dad's
no,
experience with your dad, are we
no,
not?
no,
Are
no,
you
no,
kidding me? That
no,
has
no,
nothing to
no,
do.
no. No, 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 no. You don't say that stuff, man. I will keep. I'll keep everything in line. He did not say anything out of line. Everything is fine. Don't say stuff like
Are
that.
you sure?
No,
Are you
man.
sure? Because I
Dude's
mean, I
cool,
thought we
man.
was on a
No,
different
hey,
subject.
Duke is cool, man. Dude's cool, man. Chill the fuck out.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I think he was talking about just a girl and a guy. He wouldn't talk about no dads doing their daughters or nothing like that.
Yeah, I for now I removed him from speaker just for a bit, just for a bit. So Duke,
It's
we're good,
cool.
bud. You're fine. No worries, man.
I mean, am I wrong? Did I
No,
hear?
no, you didn't mishear anything. Duke was just telling his experiences, like just and everything. It's fine. We're all good.
I
So
got it.
we're good. All right. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand here. Chris, I see you down there. You've been very quiet tonight. You good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I just stopped on late. I just finished eating. I just got home just a little bit ago. So
So I
James
know
ate Wendy.
I ate
The
Wendy.
I
I
just
the.
ate
ate
Wendy.
ribs. I just ate ribs and homemade mac and cheese. So
I had cheese fries and a double cheeseburger.
and now I get to hold my child.
So let me ask you this, Chris. I know your experience with your dad was not great growing up,
My dad wasn't
right?
around.
Right, exactly. So I mean, case in point. And
Yep.
but you always like we had a conversation earlier about waiting up, like when your kids were growing up. Were you always staying awake at the midnight and 2 a.m. until they got home, or did they never do
They
that
never came
stuff?
home that late. But I
Were-
definitely was up when they were coming home. But I never gave them a curfew like that. That was
Really?
10 o'clock
Oh,
was the cutoff. Like there's no reason to be out later than that. So yeah, 10 o'clock, that was it. And if it was going to be anything other than that, we had to have a discussion about it. Because sometimes I'd give her like an extra 30 minutes or something if they're studying or something. I get it. But beyond that, no. But that's the beauty of Life 360. And especially with iPhones, with Find My iPhone, you can see where they're at, when they're at. Life 360 just sees when they're driving.
Well, no, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it as a parent. It gets kind of annoying sometimes because I was sitting in bed the other night and I get a text message from my kid, "Where you going?" I was like, "To
Yes.
bed?" She was like, "Your Life 360 said you left. Where you going?" I was like, it's like fucking crazy, but like whatever. But they do. They track us too. They
Oh, they'll
track
reverse it
us.
on you. I know. I know. I remember
Hmm.
like last year when they could have their phones in school. Ashley would go somewhere. Why are you going there without me?
Oh, all the
Reminded it to
time.
me too. Yeah, they were just, Dad.
Hey, while you're at the
I see you
store,
at Target. Yeah, like I see you at Target. Can you get me? What are you doing? See, I'm
Anyways,
at Target.
I didn't mean to derail it. Anyways, Chris, go
That's
on.
fine. Oh, it's all good. No, I just it was just within reason. I mean, but the difference between my children and I guess a lot of other people's children is they play sports year round. It was pretty much soccer all the time or hockey with my youngest who plays juniors up in Minnesota now. Um, it was always sports. So that was the only reason we were out late is because of sport typically. And in the interim times there was no sport, they could go hang out. But usually we were back home by no later than 10, going to sleep because we had to get up early and go do somewhere else. So we just got into the routine and habit of it, and that's just how it went. But I've gotten to witness the other side of it a lot here lately in this last year.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. You have a unique opportunity here where you had a freaking brand new girl. What was your daughter that begins with E? How old is she again? 18?
Well, I have two that have E's basically. My
Well, the
middle
youngest
daughter's
one.
Gabriella, but youngest is Eliza.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought her
she's
name was Ella. Sorry.
now Ella's my middle child. She's a freshman in college.
So who's the one that hangs out with you guys all the time?
Ella.
Ella, that's my middle child.
That okay. So and she's 21.
No, my oldest is 21.
So how old is your youngest daughter before Charlotte?
14.
Okay, so you went 13 years before another
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. My youngest is 14. She's a freshman in high school and she plays juniors hockey. So she's in Minnesota playing hockey.
All right, now my question for you is what are you going to do differently now, or are you just going to do things exactly the same that you did the first time since you feel like you knocked it out of the park?
Don't I mean I don't know if I could say I knocked it out of the park, but I mean I think I have some pretty well-rounded children that I can trust implicitly. That's just one of those. I don't have to worry about it, and I know when they tell me what they're going to do, they do it. They understand expectations, and I never really had to spank them. It was just more of a I'm disappointed, and they just didn't
Oh,
want
that's the
to.
worst.
That
Worse
is
than
Yeah,
the
a
worst.
spanking. It's worse than a spanking. But anyway,
like, because I really was the dad. It's like this is going to hurt me more than you. And I told y'all before, I was more of a corporal punishment. I mean, don't get me wrong. They've got to smack on the hand and smack on the rear end a time or two, just like, hey, no, just to set a fight, just to get it in early on. But later in life, it was hey, drop and start doing some push-ups. I just we did that for a while, just going through like push-ups, sit-ups. Let's go. If you got that much energy to be blabbing your mouth, you got that much energy to
You
be
know,
just doing
sometimes I
something.
wish my old man would have done that to me. Like
we
Jesse,
would
didn't
have
your
been
dad
so
make you do that?
fit.
I
We would have
know,
been
Jesse,
so
your dad
fit.
made you do that, right?
I love to tell the story. If anybody who listens to it, that I did 3,000 push-ups one summer, like in a month and a half.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
my
It was
dad.
your
I
own
heard that. I
fault. You
did.
did something you weren't supposed to, so it was your own fault.
Okay.
I just did that for a fundraiser last June. No, June before last. For no, it was May. I'm sorry. It was May for St. Jude's. 3,000 push-ups in a month, and it humbled me very quickly to realize, holy crap, I couldn't do push-ups like I used to be able to. It was one of those where it's like, oh crap, we gotta you gotta do 100 a day to get
Yep.
that 3,000 mark, and that was like, wow, that was refreshing. But I've always made the statement when it comes to disciplining. I was taught by my stepdad, the asshole, how not to parent. But just because you're taught how not to parent doesn't mean it teaches you how to parent. And trying to learn to
Uh,
do the right things, just like I'm not going to do this. Well, but what are you supposed to do? And then having girls, like holy shit, that was a world that was a world changer.
You had
So
several
it was
girls.
yeah, well, yeah. I have four biological children and seven in total. So
So,
so yeah,
hey James, if I could piggyback off of Emily's, story about sneaking out. I didn't sneak out, but my dad would, be disappointed if I didn't tell this story. So I had a Mustang. I didn't have a Mustang. My parents had a Mustang, a 1982 Mustang 5.0, and that was the car I got to drive, like the first car in the family I got to drive. And I was hanging out with this
Hanging out
girl.
with this girl.
There we got
Uh
the
oh.
feedback again.
Fox Body.
It's Travis again.
You got to mute, Trav. There you go.
I just
Travis, hit
So,
me, brother.
all right, thanks, bud.
I hit
It's
his
okay. I
muted
did it.
button. I muted it.
So anyway, I was hanging out with this girl, being fair. Well, she was fair, whatever. And I was like pushing the limit of when I had to get home. and I had this Mustang. I knew the roads. So I was driving home, and on the way home, there was a dip in the road, and it basically went down to the right, crossed the railroad tracks, and then came back up to the left in like a U shaped dip. And on the way down, I could have swore that there was a car in my lane. So I'm obviously driving too fast. And it happened so fast, I couldn't tell you if he was or not. I went to the right, hit the dirt, came back, spun the car sideways across the railroad tracks, and pulled the rim or pulled the wheel off the rim. Pulled the tire off the rim, and I'm stuck there. So now I'm not going to get home. So I called my dad. I called my cousin because that's whose house I was coming from, and he came out and he looked at the railroad. We stopped on the way home. We stopped. He goes right here, and we for a half an hour. I kid you not. He went back on there. How fast were you going? Dad, I was only doing the speed limit, maybe 10 over. Hmm. And there's a car in your lane, huh? So it became notoriously to my dad as the UFO story. Jesse saw a UFO and wrecked the car, pulled the tire off the rim. So no curfew, but got myself in trouble.
I think it's funny hearing y'all's
Oh,
curfew stories because me personally, never had a curfew. Not really. I mean, we lived out in the country when we had my ex stepdad. Even when we moved to the city, for the most part, we were home. But I always played sports. And then when we finally got rid of him, and it was just my mom and my two brothers and I, that was when I was in 14, 15. We ran the streets, ran the neighborhood, but my mom would work two, three jobs. She never really was home. We just kind of policed ourselves. I mean, I never had to sneak out. I had a door in my room to the outside. My room was a converted porch. So I could literally walk out the outside. That was the back door in my room.
Oh man, you missed it because sneaking out was so fun. Gonna
Well,
get caught, maybe. You never
I know
know.
people that did it and people that did how it was, but it was never an exciting thing for me. I didn't have to. If I wanted to go somewhere, I could just go. I just tell my mom, hey, I'm going over here. I'm going to Chris's or I'm going to Jason's. Okay. It was never really, but my mom trusted me. But I was also the
Oh,
kid that didn't really do the wrong stuff.
that's good.
I didn't want to
That's
grow
what
up in my neighborhood anymore. There was
that's
two
what
ways
my
out of the neighborhood: go to college or go to jail. That's the way I looked at it. Obviously, there was other ways because both my other brothers made it out, but I was just sick of being poor.
Well, dude, my dad was that type too. What you were saying earlier, James, about being the militant type. I remember specifically, I think I forgot to empty the trash. And I got called back from a group outing. Like I was with the youth group in church. And my girlfriend at the time was literally the first, like your first love of your life, your junior high, maybe early
Oh
high school,
yeah,
whatever,
that
right?
freaking
And
yeah.
I got home and I was like, you really couldn't just take the trash out this one time? I was with all my friends. And he goes, really? Okay. He goes, all right, you're not going to a birthday party this weekend. And he literally kept me from going to a birthday party. And she broke up with me that weekend. Dude, I was down for fucking weeks, man. I
And
s-
this is the dad we know who joins our spaces
no,
sometimes.
no, no. That's my stepdad. But the rule was the rule. He established the rule. Listen, I gave you
I see.
time.
Yeah.
I gave you exactly some things to do. You're the one who refused to do them. This is on you, not me. And I was like, okay. And I carried it with my kids too. I mean,
No,
it's not,
Following
I
through.
can
yeah,
understand that totally because my ex stepdad was that way. I mean, he did not care. We just basically were his lackeys.
yeah,
And
right.
there was an instance where my brother and I were washing dishes, and I was the rinser. He was washing, I was rinsing, and you get soap on you when you're rinsing. And I got a little bit of soap on one of the dishes in the strainer. He saw it and was like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" And he is a plate. He picks the plate up and just bam right across the top of my head and smashes it.
Are
Oh
And
you
I just look back at him
serious?
no.
and throw my
I
hands
don't
up, and he's like, he grabs another one and just smashes it over my head. He's like, "You ain't cleaning these things. Y'all just fucking worthless." He looked at Scott and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
oh
That's the
no.
kind
I
of
don't
move that's the kind of move a crazy broad would do.
Yeah,
I
well, he
don't.
did it. And then to further that, he made me rewash every dish in the house, every dish in the kitchen, just start with the
I remember you
cabinets
telling us
and
about
start
that.
washing
Yeah.
them all. And it was
oh,
like,
that's
oh,
like daddy dearest right there, Jesus.
Yeah,
oh,
really.
yeah,
hell yeah,
Holy
it
Uh
is,
shit.
Emily. Good call
I don't
out.
like that.
that's why I
Yeah, I
said
don't like that at
he
all.
taught me how not to parent. And then
Wait, now, Chris, is this your stepdad or your dad?
that was stepdad. And my dad would never touch me. My real dad's never like he couldn't. By the time he come back in our life, I was 14, 15, and in high school. And at that point, I was already getting rather relatively strong playing football. So no, but at that I was already roughened up enough when I was 12. When I was 10 when that happened, and then my older brother's 4 years older. So about 2 years later, my older brother was 16, and he used to wash his face all the time and put a wash rag underneath the hand towel in the bathroom. And James, who's my stepdad, hated it, but didn't want it, and my brother just kept it out of the way. And that one day, I'll never forget it. He grabbed that wash rag up, yelled for my brother, and I looked out of the room. My little brother and I shared a room. My older brother walked in the little hallway. He looked at the wash rag, he threw it at my older brother, and then flicked his hand at him, and his hand caught my brother right in the nose. And my brother leaned down, and my brother looked up, a little bit of blood was trickling out, and he just looked him straight in the face and said, "You touch me again, motherfucker, I'll kill you." That night, my brother packed the rest of his stuff up and moved to my aunt's house and didn't live with us again for over a year until we moved. Oh, my mom finally left him for good. And then my older brother moved back in with us. But for that whole year, it was pretty much me catching the brunt of it because my little brother was too young. He was 8. So he was too young to really do any kind of work around the house. And he couldn't get whooped because he'd run his mouth. So I got to
But
endure.
you learned and you handled it like a man, didn't you? Because
I had
ain't
to.
nobody gonna fuck you. A big man. I can see that. You're a big man.
Yeah. I wasn't then though. My senior year of
You
high
are.
school, I was
Well,
6'3", 180. My freshman year, I was
that's a big
like
man, though.
5'10", 103. I was
That's still a
very
big man.
small. But yeah, no, I grew a lot. I grew a lot more in college. So yeah, but it's life. It's things that shape you, and it's funny. I talk about it, and you think maybe you're the only one to experience something like that. But the more people you talk to, and the more you hear, a lot of people have very similar stories. A lot of people's like that's why I looked at Ashley just a minute ago. We are talking about getting whooped and being on late or something like that, and I'm like, that's commonplace.
Oh yeah.
Because James and Heather was like, oh my gosh, what?
Oh yeah.
That's how I looked at Ashley. I was like, that's common
My
because
my
I guess in the
biological
South,
fa- my,
wherever we experienced it.
my biological father would use whatever was around, and I mean whatever
Yeah.
was around. A
Oh yes.
hose, a 2x4, a hammer, like it didn't
A
matter.
drop cord.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. Drop cords are the worst.
I don't
But
know
yeah.
about y'all, but it bothers me to hear stuff like this, y'all.
It
I'm
made
I'm sure.
Well,
it made us the
Uh,
men we are.
that's the things
I
that
know,
tempered me as it is. I had to go through that to understand some of the things about my own
I
self.
That's
know, but I
But
didn't
that's
have
one
to
of the
ever experience that, and it makes me sad for y'all.
yeah.
well.
Oh,
Don't feel
it
sad for
sucked.
us. Appreciate it.
Emily,
Appreciate it. It made us the man we are today.
Yeah.
I
It
it's
like
And
do.
weird. It's weird to hear that people didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Which
Well,
that's one of the
you
well,
things I
know,
said. Like with my
oops.
own kids, I didn't really want to ever whoop them because I'm not an average size person. Let's put it that way. I am a big
I agree with
behemoth.
Chris.
So,
I I
so
agree
I
with
really
Chris.
didn't want to spank my children. I didn't want to be that guy. I could just raise my voice, and that was enough. I just know, and
Yep.
people would look, but it's like, just to
Yep.
understand, we're not going to do this. That's just not how it's going to
And
go.
the
And
look. You
yeah,
can give them a look. You give your girls the look, and the girl, yeah,
yeah, yeah, even with other kids that come to the house, heck, when we go on field trips, I missed 4 field trips with all of my children, and their mother was supposed to go on those, and one, 2 of them she did, 2 of them she didn't. But every field trip they took, I took off. I was there with them to go, and most of the time, I never even got my own children in the field trip. Most of the time, I get the other kids. 'Cause like, well, Chris, they listen to you. I'm like, well, yeah, because I listen to them. A lot of times, it's just misunderstanding of whatever it was, or you just let them do whatever, and a lot of them just never had discipline. Their parents just didn't really know how to talk to them.
well, let me ask you guys this: like, do you feel like we've been talking about this, and Chris, you would know best, and you got a lot of the younger kids. Um, we all talk about, and Ash, you hit on this a lot in the past couple weeks with what's going on with your daughter and everything. Is Would you agree that the quality of parenting these days is that much worse off because of the fact that we can't be disciplined the way we were back in the day without fear of the repercussions of it?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
I think partially yes, and a lot of the problem, and I'll say it too, is that we have grandparents parenting a lot of the kids these days. If you haven't noticed, which is really these people are too old, so I think there's a lot of issues here. with what's going
And
on.
I'll say I'll say
you know
this
how the
for me.
grandparents work, because as you say later, grandparents always spoil grandkids anyways. They don't parent the way they parent their own children.
They're tired. I mean, wouldn't you be? I'd be tired. I don't want to take care
Yeah.
of any
Hell
kids when
yeah.
If
I'm
he calls the
60.
grandma Mammy and the mommy Pam, he going to jail.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Hey,
Yes.
with mine, with mine, I never spanked mine after 8 years old. And even when they got a spanking or something like that, it wasn't anything bad. And because I agree with Chris, I'm a big guy. I know what it was like to be beat by my dad. And I never, ever wanted my kids, to feel that way. But I think between the ages of like 5 and 8 or 9, it's a molding stage. And uh, it's okay to spank them, but you don't want to go too far. But at a certain age with your girls, you don't want to do that no more. Like with me, I had a stigma where I thought, you know, I felt like 8 or 9 years old. That's it, because I never wanted them to ever be used to a man raising their hand to them. And then I bought them so much shit. I bought two Wii's, two Wii U's, two games of each kind for everything. Like, and I'm like, I'm investing all this money, and they love all this shit. So this is perfect. I just take all their shit from them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Hey,
So
Mark
Hey,
Todd's had his hand up for quite a while.
yeah, I was gonna call on him. Then AC
You
Blazer,
mean
I saw you
AC?
had
Yeah.
your hand up. So Mark,
Well,
you have the floor, bud.
when my children were small and growing up, they about they're a little bit older than y'all. We spanked. That was normal.
Hmm.
Yep.
It wasn't nothing wrong with it. Now about I think when Joey was like 13 or 12, they would start that in school. If your parents gives you a spanking, call the sheriff and he'll come stop it. Well, Joey said that one night. I said, if you spank me, I'm gonna call the sheriff. I said, okay, right after I spank you, you can call the sheriff and you'll sleep somewhere else tonight and you won't be here. Your bed will be, you won't be in your bed. And he said, what? Go call him. He said, spank me. I never had to smack him again because he knew I meant business. If you don't behave, son, you're not going to be here.
Yeah.
well, we from the South, and down here, I don't give a shit what decade it is or what year it is. I told my kids the same thing. My youngest told me one time, I'll go to school, and I'll tell them, well, I told her, you drag your body back to the school after this, and then you go tell them whatever you want. I didn't whip her. I took all of her shit away from her, but I got my point across. I don't play that shit. You
You know
know,
what?
we're about 10 years behind the rest of the country down here.
You know what? That's funny.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. I got my ass tore up by my mom and all, the women in my family pretty on
Oh,
a
women are the
regular.
worst.
Yeah, pretty regularly. My non-biological father only spanked me that I can recall, that I can actually recall one time, and I deserved every bit of that fucking spanking, I'll tell you that. Because I earned it. I earned it. I was probably like 6 or 7, and I kept spitting gum at my sister's hair. And finally, when it
Mm.
stuck, and and um and yeah, he spanked me. But then I got really upset, and I went and hid. And he came and found me and apologized. But that's because I knew how to. It just I made him feel bad but I deserved it. I deserved it. I
That's
even
a,
told him that
that's
later.
Well, you remember
that's a
we.
woman. That's a woman.
A lot. Teresa would spank Joey and Ben. Eh, it's too much. I had to stop her. I said, no, you can't do that. It's hurting them too much.
So if you remember, I mentioned it before. We've mentioned it. I know other people's mentioned it back in the day. Other people would whoop your kid's butt. Like I remember my little brother, it was specifically in Kmart, was going in little round racks and jumping out and scaring people. He scared this one lady, freaked her out. She grabbed him and just whacked him on the butt 2 or 3 times and yelled in his face, "Where's your mother?" And we hear this, we see it. My brother and older brother and I are dying laughing. She drags him over to my mom, tells him what she did, and she goes, "Well, did you whoop him?" I said, "Yeah, well, whoop him again." She whacked him 2 more times. My mom gave him a pop, made him get in the basket. And then she looked at us two laughing. We got smacked because we didn't stop him. I was like, what are we supposed to do? Then she made us all go to the car and sit in the car.
Yeah, I'll say this right
You
quick.
know,
It'll be quick. Listen to me, please. My dad was whipping my sister one time, and I got mad about it. And he said, "You want some too?" I said, "Hell yeah, I do." So he kicked my ass too, but I took it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's yeah. But I did because I was so mad that he was beating me.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
That's how it works with
mine,
siblings.
hey,
You can whoop your sibling, but you don't want other people doing it.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I do agree with everyone. I was a little preoccupied a while ago. The ass whippings that I got, it did make me the man that I am. But there were some that went way too far. And I never wanted to be that way. I knew I would never be that kind of dad. Now, my mom tore my ass up too, and I was hard headed. I mean, I was 5 years old. My brother taught me to cuss. He taught me a song, and he told me it was a song that make me a man. And I'm gonna tell you, this song got my ass tore up more than I had ever got in my life. And it was, "You goddamn whore, you goddamn bitch, you goddamn whore." Man, I'm gonna tell you what. The first time my mama heard me saying that shit, I thought I wouldn't. I thought that ass whooping wasn't never gonna end.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
got
and
nothing
I
out
and
like
I
that. I
was
ain't
hard
taking
headed.
plenty of
She
ass
put me in
whoopings.
the corner. She put me in the corner, tell me to stay there, and as soon as she turned around, I'd hit her right in the back, trying to get out of the corner. She
Nobody put
whipped
Drew
my
in the
ass again
corner.
and put me back there. Oh yes, she did. Oh yes, but
Yeah.
I didn't stay. I wasn't
Hey,
gonna stay. And then my
that,
brother and sister would be begging
But
me, "Brian, please don't move. Brian, please stop."
hey, but
They
Chris,
thought she was gonna beat me to
oh,
death.
look, my grandma was the world's worst about putting you in the corner, and you'd have to go get a switch. And those that know what going to get the switch means, you know what that means. She'd stand there, get in the corner, put your hands behind your back. Sometimes you got to lift one foot. You can't touch the wall. You just got to stand there. Don't move. Don't even breathe heavy. Just hold still. And that was some of the best contemplative of moments. But I
wow.
have taken a lot of butt whoopings that I should have gotten. Back talking, I've caught plenty of hands to the mouth. Taught me real quick. Don't back talk your mama.
All right, I
All
want to
five
give
foot two of her.
yeah, I want to give AC Blazer a minute to talk. He hasn't had the opportunity yet. AC, you there?
Thanks. Yeah, I'm still here. I almost forgot what it was I was going to say, but uh, when we were talking about parenting and it, I forget what was said at the time, but what really stuck with me is bringing up that I think my generation was one of the first ones that really saw a lot of single mothers, and it really takes two.
What year did you graduate high school? Just so we get an idea.
87.
Got it. Okay.
So it's probably about 10 years before
So
you guys.
wait a second. Wait a second. Your generation really saw single mothers due to what? Divorce?
Well, it was the rise of the welfare system and
Yep.
yeah, there were,
Huh.
I'm not saying that this was, there were a lot of bad issues with some men. I know this because that was our situation. My mom also, she divorced my dad because he was an alcoholic. He beat her, he beat me. It was not cool. And so, but that led to a lot of independent children that, like you're saying, you have some that are doing the right thing, they're home when they're supposed to be, or they're not getting into trouble, but then you have some that just go the other way as well. But it really, the resurgence now of fathers being in their children's lives is so great for the kids and for hopefully this coming generation.
Is this true though?
Which
There's
part?
the resurgence of like, is it like a multi-parent household? Is that what you're trying to say? Like you kids are, or because I figure the divorce rates are so high these days still. Isn't it like 60% now?
But the fathers are not excluded in the court system as they were before.
Oh, I see
They're
what you're
not.
saying. Got it.
It's not immediately 100%.
The
mother
man's
bias.
fault.
Yeah, it's actually fathers are getting more say, fathers are getting more rights, fathers are more involved, at least appears to be. It's anecdotal, appear to be more involved in their children's lives nowadays than they were past 30 years, maybe.
See, I when I found out my dad or my mom had sole custody of me and my brother, my first thought was, "What the fuck did my dad do? Why?" But back in the 80s, that was just like he's saying that usually they just automatically judge said goes to mom.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that was the bias, and because of that, a lot of mothers were rewarded by the public assistance system for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So there were demographics of people that was an industry for them, and not everybody, not everywhere, but there were people that became a stereotype for, and hopefully we can get away from that and actually the introduction and the recognition of fathers. There is actually a study, and I don't have it. I wish I did, where the probability of children going to jail or becoming part of the system is least possibility is with a mother and a father. However, having just a father is equal to that than if it's a single mother.
Oh, well, that makes sense
Yeah,
though.
because my ex-wife, she's passed away. I'm a single dad, and I'm not saying he's perfect.
And
I'm just
I don't
saying,
mean this as a slam on women or mothers. My mom had it rough,
yeah,
um,
me neither.
but
Me neither.
traditionally men are the disciplinarians. That's where
It's designed
discipline
to be
comes
that
from.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
My mom didn't get the memo.
mm,
Fucking didn't
Well,
get the memo.
I
for
agree.
my kids, you know, I did not have a great childhood, and for my kids, I very proud of the fact I was able to break that cycle. They had two parents growing up. We, my ex now, my wife, didn't work out of the home. She was a homemaker the whole time. She was there to raise them, and we made it work. It was tough at times, but to give and our kids, they weren't free range kids. They were our had four girls, and they were probably too sheltered by the time that they got out and on their own. And so,
You know, you just said
Same.
free range. You just said free range. I thought you were going to say organic. They were not free range. They were organic kids.
Free range chickens.
I was a free range kid. I could go out and do whatever I wanted. Be as long as my mom knew where I was at, I could do whatever I wanted, and as long as I got myself up the next day. If I didn't get myself up, there was a problem. But as long as I got home, sleep, got up, whether it was for school or work, as long as I got up, there was no problem.
He said, as long as my mom was that. Yeah, mom, I'm with the crack dealer. Just relax. I'll be home in 10 minutes.
Bitch, please. Bitch, please.
I didn't go into details. I'm not stupid.
All right. Who is next? Who is next? Ash, did you have another thing on your outline there?
I left it in the kitchen. It's okay though.
I
Chris
got it.
heard me. He's getting it.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Do you have the baby
I
right now?
do. Yes, she's on the verge of sleeping. That's why you don't hear her. She's been over here making all kinds of ruckus.
Well, yeah, I heard her. I heard her making noise a minute
Oh
ago,
yeah,
but
she's mad. Thank
Just
you.
just wait till I get there next Friday. She's gonna be screaming.
Oh God. Okay, I have one. How about an embarrassing moment of your dad? You know what? I don't even know actually. Do you have any, James?
That's a good question. Do I have any embarrassing moments with my dad?
Or just something he's
You
done that's
know,
embarrassing? Just
yeah, I mean, honestly, my dad wasn't that funny back in the day. I mean, he wouldn't, like just doing stupid shit or anything like that. I don't really have any. No, no, I don't. I can't think of anything. I mean, uh, no, I don't. I have nothing. I have nothing.
yeah. I
So your dad was always pretty cool to you, and you don't have no embarrassing moment that you embarrassed him as a man.
No, my mom was embarrassing because my mom was one of those cheering moms, like, "Woohoo! My son is the greatest!" Ah, ah, ah." So I hated that stuff. I
We
was like,
love that,
"Mom,
James.
shut up!" I hated that stuff. But my dad, and eventually I was like, "Dad, how can you sit there?" He's like, "James, I've been married for 30 years to your mother. I've learned to deal with it, and she's never gonna change." So, and I mean, they were married 43 years before they finally split up. So,
wow, such a long
yeah.
time. I
That's
mean,
a long time, brother.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. Well, she said she was once you go. Shit, I'm trying to think of something. Once you go dyke, you never go return to the bike. Maybe I don't know. So, she, so she met a woman and fell in love, and that was it. So, and she's a good broad too, both of them.
nice.
So anyway, no, I do not have any embarrassing moments, Ash. What about anybody else?
Well, I don't know
I
if my dad's
oh,
oh, sorry. I don't know if my dad's embarrassed. My dad always does weird, embarrassing shit though, but it's like different though. It's like embarrassing, like, I hope he doesn't say that to that person type shit. And y'all know my dad,
We
so
should call your dad.
no, he should
We
not.
should call your dad.
No, because it
Yes,
doesn't
we
take much
should.
to get him on a tangent. And I do it on
Yeah,
purpose.
send me his link. I'll follow.
Oh my God, he's terrible. He's okay, good. He's not here. Um, but yes, no, all I got, I just know, I'll tell y'all in Discord because I can't say it here. I'll tell y'all what I told. Well, I'll tell y'all what I told the girls he told somebody, and they totally believed me, and it's not unlikely, y'all.
Let me ask you this: if someone called your dad, right,
Hmm.
and just like hypothetically speaking, and I'm just gonna say something that's kind of out of the norm for us, and someone just started talking liberal politics with him,
Oh, he will talk with you.
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Give me the
Like,
stare
can
there.
I tell you why? Like, and I'm just gonna say it just for now, and it's just for the sake of the conversation here. It's not my opinion, my non-opinion. Can I tell you why Donald Trump is not the greatest president ever? And if somebody had said something like that to him and started spouting facts, would he just automatically turn it around and just go into a whole diatribe about it?
He would, but he would start like talking about like weird memes he's seen on the internet that like it's not like factual. Like it'll be like stuff that doesn't even have to do with that. But yes, he will start ranting a little
Uh,
bit. And then I tell you what, then yeah, yeah, and he'll circle back around and he'll do it again. He'll do it in a different way, but the same shit. And then when you think you're really tired of it, he'll do it again. And then I'm just standing there like he's like, "Oh, you're not even listening anymore." And I was like, "No, no, I'm not."
well, you said the same thing 3 times. Why am I listening
Yeah. Oh
anymore?
my god, but I will tell you, when I was gone, he got mad about something that he did, and he was ranting about him for like a day. But the girl said, "But we know how." But apparently, he's back to normal the next day. So I don't know.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
So that's mine.
He
He
doesn't have
just
a problem carrying on a conversation.
with everybody. My little sister wouldn't even tell him that she got put in the art show her last year, her senior year of high school. Like it's a big art show in town because she was putting it the year before and he followed well he went but he didn't follow, he walked with her and her friend's mom and he lectured them the entire time, the entire 2 hours he lectured them
About what?
politics.
Oh God, that's the worst. This is why I have a rule. I don't discuss politics with anybody.
No, and that's what
It's
she said,
it's
she was embarrassed.
Not when we're trying to
it's all
relax.
it's
No,
all in how
it's
you
not a
deal with it.
relaxing subject.
It's not a problem having a conversation with him. He just likes to go off on tangents, and you just got to reel him back in.
All right, Emily, you were going to say something before about embarrassing moments.
I mean, I've embarrassed my dad. I've told y'all before. I've pranked him and said, that keychain and hey, Dad, you
The
got one of these, and
the toilet paper at McDonald's.
yes. But listen, I used to always okay. So so when I was like, I don't know, maybe in my early 20s, late 20s. Hell, now. Sometimes if I'm out with my dad, like I used to, well, when I was younger, I used to think, oh God, do people think he's like my boyfriend or my husband or something? Because that would be so weird. So I would make a point to be like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know what. I don't know, Dad. I'm not sure, just so people would know he's my dad.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah. But that
You
was dumb for me to think that way, but I did because my brain
oh my
is
god.
very abnormal.
You
Yeah.
know, you just made me think about it. My
Your
my
brain is
cousin
normal. So
my cousin's wife, I don't know how it came about. I really don't know how it came about. I was like 17. I'd gone to Daytona to visit them. Anyways, we were at dinner and I found out that his little girl was like 2, and she found out that he got real embarrassed and was like, stop, 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 when she would start calling him boyfriend. And
Oh,
so this little girl then commenced to calling him boyfriend.
oh
The entire
gosh.
time I was there pretty much, and the whole time Tanner was like, "Please stop." And then, of course, Amy, his wife, was just chuckling, so I assumed that maybe she told her to do, but the whole time, I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, it's not even
Hilarious.
it's like, "Nobody thinks that you're her boyfriend." I'm like, "She's 2."
Hilarious. Yeah. Uh,
It's cute.
yeah, I
Anyhow.
asked my dad if he remembered that sex uh keychain or they I told y'all about that. Anyway, I told him, I said, Dad, do you remember that keychain that Um, and I told him the story because I'd never told him before. And he was like, oh, yeah, that was my keychain. And I was like, yeah, we were at Panama City Beach. And I yelled out loud, hey, Chris, Dad's got one of these keychains, or Dad's got one of these. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Goodness. How about anybody else? Any like and like my dad does weird shit. Like, I mean, like he'll like eat like he eats snacks all the time. He doesn't like eat. He like eats like
Anything.
I don't know, the same shit for like 2 weeks.
can I ask y'all a question? Do you like the Hostess Suzy Q's, the creamy filling? You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm?
Hostess
What?
cakes, like little
I
baby cakes,
wait.
but
What
hostess
Yeah,
what
man.
cakes.
was
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But like no, but
I
her
have
dad
no
likes to
idea
eat.
what you just said.
He was talking
yeah,
about
that's
snack
my
Okay,
cakes,
okay,
question.
okay.
Suzy Q snack cakes. But like Ashley's
Yeah,
dad likes
yeah,
to
Right.
eat
yeah, yeah.
like these organic healthy snacks, like
Oh
dried
yeah.
mangoes and
So like
whatever
fiber.
else.
Yeah. He
I'm
like
so
and like,
glad Piper was not in here right now.
dude, it's like, yeah. And then he made some, I'm not even joking, y'all. He made some weird dish like from the Philippines. What was it? Oh, it was like
Adobo or
Filipino
adobo.
adobo. And like
Yeah.
he made it the first day he came. He stayed with my kids for 5 days. He made it the first day and he was still trying to make him eat it when I got home.
Good
It
God.
was
No,
Oh
it was
God.
past that because we got back was Wednesday, Thursday night when I got home. He's like, I was getting ready to eat and we had pizza. And he's like, well, hey, I got this adobo. You should. It was in the microwave. I don't know how long it'd been in the microwave. Who
don't know
knew?
how long it was in there either.
He heats it up and he sits it down in front of me. And he goes, well, here, you can try this. And I said, oh, I'm good. I mean, it was wings. It was wings. That's right. It was wings. And I was eating some wings. I'm like, I don't really know if I'd try that. And he's like, oh, it's
He
good. He
broke
starts
his
telling me about it.
heart.
I said,
Broke his heart.
that looks like General Tso's chicken or whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's very similar, spicy. And I said, well, I don't eat that. I said, my Chinese food is sweet and sour chicken and fried rice. That's about it. I don't go past all that other stuff. I don't think I'd
Dude,
like it.
he
Broke
did
his
say
heart.
he did go, well, the next day he said, if y'all aren't gonna eat it, he said, I'm gonna take it home. And he like packed it in a trash bag.
He did.
Oh my God.
It's like I'm not
Y'all
eating
broke
that.
his
I,
heart.
I told Ash, it's like I don't know how long that had been sitting out. I don't know what all was in it. Nope. I've had enough food poisoning in my life. I've had.
I would
Hey,
had, and then a napkin is close by, and you just wipe your mouth off while
No,
you're spitting it out at the same time. Come
no,
on.
David
no.
had a good question in the thing.
Hmm.
In the thing, he says, "Did anybody's dad give them any weird nicknames?"
Spot.
What?
That is weird.
Seriously?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Dog
I don't know
name.
what it was.
dumbass.
I don't know
Mine was
why.
dumbass.
I've never asked him, but I lost a tooth playing baseball when I was like 15, and from that point on, he called me Spot. I don't know what it was about, but
Probably
Ask him
dripped a spot of
now.
blood on your shirt. Had a spot on you.
Mine called me dumbass. Hold the flashlight right, dumbass. Take the trash
Oh, that
Oh,
out,
was the
dumbass.
worst. That was the
My dad called me
worst.
dog. What up, dog?
I could see it.
Dog. What up, George?
What
Hey,
up, dog?
I
What
could
What's
look,
see
weird
it.
is I kind of believe that,
I
George.
was
I don't
ready
usually
Yeah.
for the
believe anything you say, but I believe that.
I know. I like it. It
I
suits
was
him.
ready for the construction world at 11 years old.
hmm
Oh God.
How many damn Twitter things do you have, George?
Just one.
You have
I
a
Liar.
changed
different
my
one.
name. Changed my name and my picture.
Okay, yeah, I just looked down. I'm like, wait a minute, that says George. It says you're asexual.
No, no, I took that off.
That's what it
No,
says.
I'm in.
How do you think I see it? I'm looking at it right now.
Get the fuck out of here. Hold on, I'll
I'm
be right
looking
back.
at it right now. It says
He
It's
he
just a
asexual.
said
period. It's a period
Good
right
call,
now.
Chris.
he said he said, hold on, I'll be right back. Like he's going to
He did.
I kid you not. When I look down, I'm like, George.
No, I don't see it. I don't see anything.
I almost never click these things. And I look down, I see George, so I just touched his little bubble
You
and
touched
Asexual
his
his
with the
what?
thing pops
fucking
up.
chicken leg on his name. The chicken leg and
Yeah,
asexual.
Yeah.
That's not a
I
good
like
thing, bro.
I like chicken. I like chicken.
organic.
Or
Chicken.
free
No, off the
range.
bone, right off the bone, free range. Yeah.
No,
Free
no.
range. Free
Bone out. We're
range.
bone out. Bone out. Bone out.
Hey Heather,
Oh
why you
Well,
no.
been
hey,
so quiet all night?
I don't know.
hey, you
Give
got
us a
some
Heather,
dad
damn
how's
thing
your
in
stories.
like
dad
2.5
doing?
hours.
Are you cool with sharing some dad stories right now? I know your situation, but I know you got some good stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Your dad seems like one of them cool dads.
Yeah, he is. He's funny. He was the one. So you were talking about embarrassing I don't really have any embarrassing stories about my dad because all my friends liked him because he was so like goofy and dumb. Like, so they found him so I guess I found that embarrassing, but my friends found him funny.
That's
That's
exactly
a
how
good
it
way
was
to
towards
be.
my
That's a
children.
good way.
Yeah, and my house was like the hangout. Everybody's friends, mine, my brothers, sisters, everyone always hung out at my house.
Oh, yes. That would be the one thing that would piss my kids off. They'd be like, your dad's so cool. No, he's not. Because I
Uh-huh.
sure embarrassed them.
Mhm. Did I can see you guys doing fun Halloween costumes or something, Heather. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, we did. We used to all do like family dress. Everyone would dress up. Yep. We were such a nerdy family. Like even I think I told you guys, but at Christmas when we would label gifts to each other, we would put clues on them so we wouldn't just say to mom or to dad. Everybody had an assigned category and you had to give a clue of what the gift was with the title of either a movie, a TV show, a song. Everybody had a different category and we used to do that, those kind of dumb things. So like you would use a song title to describe the gift or a movie title to describe it. We had to try to guess what it was. Like we did dumb shit like that.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I have to
Some of them
ask.
were pretty
So,
good.
what? Okay, what was your favorite costume? Let me just ask that he did. What was your favorite dad costume?
Um, oh God. I don't know. I gotta think about that one for a minute. So I'm trying to think back to child. I don't remember many of them.
Oh man.
I remember them dressing up, and I remember because back then we've talked about this before too. The neighborhood, everyone in the neighborhood always hung out. So when Halloween came, it was all of the neighbors' parents, all the kids. We would all trick or treat together, go home together, have dinner and all that stuff together. I don't
Yeah.
remember the costumes though, which is I'll have to look through my pictures because I'm sure they're in there.
Oh yeah, you said you looked through a bunch of them. Did you see some fun stuff? I bet you did.
I did, but there's this one picture I'm having a mental breakdown over. There's one picture I'm looking for of my dad and my mom and me and my brother and sister. My dad is wearing a Space Invaders t-shirt, and it's the funniest picture ever, and I cannot find it, and I know I have it, and it's driving me. I'm like destroying my house trying to find this picture, so it's kind of pissing me off. I'm
Oh, when you stop
yeah,
looking, you'll find it.
I
Hey, that's an
know.
'80s thing. That reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from my favorite movies. There is one place you have not looked, and it is there.
I
Only
know.
there you will find it.
It's driving me nuts because that's the one picture I had in my mind, and I'm like, I gotta. And I've probably posted. I bet it's probably on my Facebook somewhere because I'm sure I've
I
posted.
was just gonna say, go check your Facebook. I bet you posted it.
But I have
Hmm.
like so many thousands of pictures on there. It's like can take me
Hey,
forever. But
do you think you have it on your phone?
no, I don't have it on my phone. Well, I don't know. It might no, because no,
Because
I
sometimes you
don't.
can search galleries, just type Space Invaders. So if it shows up on the shirt, it'll populate it in your phone in the gallery.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll try that. But yeah, I've been trying to find. I'm like digging through everything. I'm getting all pissed, and I'm like, well, damn. But no, I did find some funny pictures because uh
Are they
the
actually
80s.
filled pictures or are they like on your phone?
No, they're actual like pictures. So
Wow,
I
Oh,
took
you
that would
I
still
be a
took
have that,
picture from
huh?
back in the day with
yeah,
the
yeah.
We didn't
subscribers.
have phones back
We
then,
didn't have phones
James.
back then.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I took pictures of the picture.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. My dad did that for the longest. He took he had a mini iPad, and forever he just started taking pictures of pictures and then post them on Facebook. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, I just wanted to put them on there. I'm like, there's another way to do this instead of just taking pictures with your iPad.
Yeah, you can scan them and
Well,
stuff, but old people don't know how to do that shit.
yeah. Let me ask Heather, in what you
Easy,
found,
easy.
in what you have found, what is the funniest picture? You don't have to show us
Um
what you can just tell us what's going on because it has to have a funny
well, I'll
memory behind it.
probably some of them I took pictures of, so I'm probably going to post them soon when I feel like doing that. But oh my god, it's the Space Invaders one. That's why it's killing me. But
Oh,
there's some other funny ones too of like just our outfits and the things we're wearing are awful. But
oh no, did y'all
I
match?
oh my god, this the 80s and 90s style of clothes. It's so bad.
Oh
I
dear.
what I love doing though, and I haven't done this yet, is going through old home videos because those are even better because that shows more personality
You're so
and
right, it does.
like because my dad we were like we did not have we've talked about that before. We grew up poor, so when my dad finally could afford a video camera, that fucking thing was on 24/7 just in the corner. We have just videos of people just coming over and hanging out. There's nothing actually going on, and it's so funny. But it's cool to have those because you're like you forget about those simple memories because they weren't big life events. It was just a normal day. But then when you go back and look at the video of it, it's kind of cool to have. But he would
T-
seriously set that thing up and just it would just run for hours.
Today it means everything to us. You know, we're getting older, as we all know, and I'm definitely older than me and David's definitely the two oldest in here. David's cool as hell. But with that being said, it is cool to remember those moments and see those moments.
That's true.
But
That's
also
true.
caught embarrassing moments because we would forget the cameras on. So there was like a lot of home videos of me like picking my nose and shit, like off in a corner somewhere. So I don't know. Like some of it's funny. 'Cause, like there was one we were watching not too long ago where I was like picking my nose. It was on Christmas and we were doing something and I was just standing off to the side with my finger up there going to town. Like, I think I was like 8 or 9. So
I had an uncle like that. Like once he found out about digital cameras, it was game on. Like he was taking pictures of every fucking thing.
oh, I
Like
did that. I was like that too when for cameras when we first got because developing them was like it was a big you were really careful with your film because you only had like 24 per camera or whatever. And
oh
you
yeah.
never knew if they were going to come out if it was like trying to do a selfie. And then but the best thing was going to get it developed so you could see your roll of pictures.
We have
Absolutely.
kids today that will never know that pain of waiting for the film to come back from the developer.
I know, and like at least 4 of them are bad. At least 4 of the
Oh yeah,
pictures didn't come out.
every time you're like, well, that got the side of my face, and then you're all pissed.
Mhm. And how many times did everybody order doubles just because it was just a little bit more expensive?
Yep.
And then I just had a whole bunch of the same fucking pictures.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I was figuring out yesterday. I'm like, why do I have 4 copies of this fucking picture? But I have a lot of.
because they were like, for $10, we'll give you an extra copy of each picture. Or I mean, it probably wasn't even that expensive, honestly. I don't even remember.
No,
Just
yeah, it was around $10 to develop everything all together, I think.
it's been
And like,
so long.
yeah. And what's funny is my daughter for Christmas asked for a Polaroid camera, so I thought that was so cool. So I got her, but those fucking things are expensive. The film alone is like $50 for a pack of film for those.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, you're right.
So I got her one, but she's out of film now, and I'm like, well, you're gonna have to wait. but
Yeah.
she kept. Well, actually, she called it a polytoid camera, and I'm like, a what? Like, speaking of kids, we were talking about that earlier, how they missay things. She's like, I want a polytoid camera, and I'm like, a polytoid, and I finally figured out what she was talking about. So that's what we call it in my house now, just because that's what she calls it. And
A
then
polyploid.
the other day, I was ordering a sub, and I was like, what kind of cheese do you want on it? She's like, Pomeranian. Like, what? She meant she meant provolone.
Oh,
Best cheese ever.
She said
Sorry.
Pomeranian. I'm like, I think that's a dog, but okay.
oh no. Oh goodness.
That's too good. That's too good.
So what all are you doing for the rest of the week, Heather?
I am. Well, I have work tomorrow and work Friday, but Friday is my light day and my order breakfast day.
Oh yeah.
I know, but I don't think I'm on it this week because I've ate so much shit since my family's been getting together. But so I have to behave. But after that, then after Friday, when I'm done with work, I'm on spring break until the day after Easter. So I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Oh,
because I'm
nice.
because I'm saving for our trip. So I think over Easter I'm going to be planning my son's party, and or over the break getting stuff ready for Easter too. Because I guess I'm hosting it this year at my house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That'll be
so I have to
fun
cook.
though.
I have to cook and shit, you guys. So
Good.
that's
So
gonna be
we
fun.
expect lots of pictures.
Oh, there's going to be lots of bitching on Twitter. So I'm be like, how the fuck do I cook a ham? Somebody help me.
You
But
No,
like,
try
just
it.
you call the ham store.
Yes, and
Just
you tell
ask
them.
Chad. Chad knows how to cook everything.
mhm.
So
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing over. And then I think I'm going to buy my plane ticket too because I want to get that bought before if in case prices go up, and then I'll so that it's already bought and out of my budget. So we got to get
So
on
Good.
that.
so
James chop
so
chop.
since
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll be hitting you
since
up.
you since you brought that up, what kind of ham do y'all like a honey? Star sliced ham. What kind of ham do y'all like?
Honey baked ham.
Yeah, I
Call
think
them.
honey baked, right?
I like all ham. Ham and cheese was my favorite. So
But I think hams come pre-cooked, don't they? So I basically am just heating that thing up.
yes,
Okay,
correct.
so
Yes.
I can't fail this then.
Nope.
Now, what you want to get the one that comes with like the brown sugar glaze that you constantly just reapply over top of it.
Honey
That
baked
stuff
ham.
is that
Definitely,
stuff
definitely
is that.
cooked, already cooked, and just reheat. Because if you
Yeah,
got to cook a ham,
exactly.
it takes a long time.
Yeah,
No, it don't.
it takes a
Well, it
few
takes a
hours.
while to get it right.
Just take a couple of
It
hours.
Well, I usually, when I do a ham like for Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'll put several ingredients. Like I'll use a whole 20-ounce bottle of Sunkist with some maraschino cherries and
Ooh,
pineapples, and then put it in a baking bag and bake it at like 250 for like 10 hours. So let it slowly
Holy
come up and
shit.
Yeah.
bake all that in, and it is fantastic.
ooh, that sounds
Get
good.
get
But
you an injector and inject the juice in there and let it
That's
soak.
what she said.
You're gonna inject the juice.
Emily,
but but the spiral slice honey baked ham has the spiral slice that all you got to do is heat up, and like James said, you mix that ham glaze, mix it up and put it on it, let it bake
But
into
that
it,
Their turkey's real good too, with that little topping on top.
Mhm.
Topping on top.
Those spiral baked hams, man, they are so
You know,
good, man. You know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about,
oh
right?
yeah, we got some spiral
Yeah.
baked ham one year and took it down to the damn Gatlinburg. This is when I was probably 17, maybe 18, I don't know. And that's the year they had all that shit in the honey baked ham. They sent out some notice, like
What?
you might get
No.
sick. And we didn't know until we got home. We had no idea till we got home. There was no MySpace or Twitter. We didn't if we had it, we weren't checking that shit. And boy,
It
we
was a
ate that.
ham recall? A
Well,
ham
honey,
motherfucking recall.
yeah, honey, it was our local one too, so we know.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Holy
like what the
crap.
fuck? We got home and they were like, "Y'all didn't get sick." We were like, "I don't know." We were like, I'll be honest, we were drinking. And yes, I know off my age, but I was with my dad and then we were having like buttery nipples and weird shit they were making us try. That was, fruit drinks.
It seems very, very holiday appropriate.
It was terrible.
Alcohol can cure some diseases.
I was gonna
No.
say,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know,
I
but I
was
will
gonna
tell you.
say that
Oh, go ahead.
Especially a buttery nipple.
Drew, what did you say?
that one in the purple wrapper at Walmart, that spiral ham in the purple with the purple foil on it at Walmart. That's
Oh
one of
my
the
god.
best ones I've ever had in my life. It's like 35 minutes in the oven and then it's done.
Uh,
It's
oh,
already cooked.
yeah.
But the buttery nipple does sound better than the ham, I gotta say.
Of
You know what,
course
Emily?
she
You know
would.
what, Emily? I
Yeah.
know what it was. I know what it was. I know what it was.
What?
That's the same time he got in that 120 degree, because that's what it said. It's at 120 degrees. He got in that hot tub, and once he started turning beet red, I was like, maybe
Mhm.
you should get out. And he was like, nah, I'm good. I like it hot. And then I got out because I felt like I was boiling alive.
Yeah.
And so I bet he was just fine. He would have been fine anyway. He did drink a lot though that night too. So I don't know if that was part of it too, but
He was
that
pickled. He was pickled.
He's trying to say he cooked the shit out of himself.
he did, boy. I remember that because I was like, dude, that's too hot. And he was like, nah, it's good, it's good, it's good. Just go ahead and get in. I couldn't get in there. I got my feet in. And I can't get in there.
Oh my God, it's funny.
Talk about dad
Hot
You
tub.
know,
stories.
Can't
down
get in
south,
hot tub. It's too
we
hot.
pickle a lot of food. We pickle a lot of food. So if you drink
Oh.
enough liquor, you get pickled. Ain't nothing gonna hurt you.
Oh dear God.
Problem, my dad never really got sick. He drank so much. Good Lord. I mean, we know we jumped off the topic so way away, but nothing really ever embarrassed me. But the only three things that kind of worked against me was my dad. Later in life, he moved into the house we were renting so I could keep going to the same high school since my mom remarried and moved out to the county. And my dad would drink Natty Lights. And his biggest thing was he would take a lemon lime Gatorade, the 32-ounce little bottle, the bigger bottle, and he'd fill it up with Natty Light. And I had a lemon lime Gatorade in the refrigerator, and I just got done working out. Ran in the house, grabbed my Gatorade, opened it up, went to take a big drink, took a big gulp of it. By the time the second gulp was about to happen, the first gulp registered, that ain't Gatorade. And I spit that stuff everywhere, dropped it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? My dad's like, he was pissed at me because I had
You
spit his
what?
beer and spilled
Mm-hmm.
his beer everywhere. And he was pre-chilling it to go, he was
At
pre-chilling
least
it
it
to
wasn't
go
an
out.
ashtray.
So, but yeah, that was my biological dad though. He wouldn't, no.
I hear you,
But
brother.
he'd be out. He'd come to my football games and they'd be cheering me on, drunk in the stands, and just like just cheering, which was good. My dad was there, but after the game, he'd come up and just you could see he's like fuck 3 sheets. He was like 6 sheets to the wind, and just be talking trash. Look at my boy did. Y'all see what he did out there? Acting like he's proud of me. I'm like, you weren't here my whole life. You just showed up and found out that I'm a decent athlete. After a couple of games, I had to let that go. But yeah,
I
those were
know,
the
I know, I know. That's something, you know. When I go to my son's high school games, you know, I would. He didn't play football like I did, granted, but I'm going in there usually 3 sheets to a win because I played, you know, at a 4A, 5A school. He's at a 1A school, so I'm walking in there not like Mr. Badass or nobody special, but I'm expecting them to perform. And
yeah. That's a whole different caliber of football
yeah,
between.
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying though,
I know
brother.
what you're saying.
So You know what I'm saying? So I walk in there, I do what I do, and but I had to drink. If I didn't drink, I could not handle that situation, I guess. And that's simple to say, and we're not talking about. I guess we are talking about being parents, but it really hurt me, man, because mm, I did. I ain't gonna say no more, man. You know what
Well,
I'm
you got to
saying.
know it's a different game too, and we can go off topic on it, but they have different rules they have to play by now. They don't get to play open day. They can't just go knock you out when you come rolling across the middle. There's so many different nuances that they changed up, how to tackle, what to do. I went to a few high school games because some of my best friends, their kids and my kids have been friends forever, and their son played football. So I went to the games. I'm checking it out, watching them. I'm like, man, we'd have knocked that guy out. Like it's a whole different world, but it's still football. It's still fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, but it's not fun to attend when you see the referees kind of favor one team more than the other, and you know what that means.
I know what it
Uh,
is.
yeah, but I'm gonna shut up because I'm speaking
Yeah,
off
Daddy
topic.
hated that shit.
You just had to rise above it best you could.
What happened? What's going on?
What happened was you take a nap, you fell asleep at the wheel. Oh,
Who did?
We got nothing but
is
crickets,
it dead?
James. It's all your fault.
Oh, hopefully this thing holds on. Ashley's phone just died, so she's got it plugged up. Hopefully it'll boot up quick enough she can pull it back up on here. But if it suddenly ends the space, you'll know why.
Well,
It was
yeah. Well,
nice
it's
talking with
almost
y'all.
It's
it's
booting back
almost
up. Give it a second. It's booting back up.
it's almost 10 after anyway. So
It is. Here, let me take this out.
Hey, Chris, before you go, what position did you play,
No, you're
brother?
good now. I
Are we
played
on
tight.
time limit?
I played tight end, defensive end. Well, Ashley's phone, if it doesn't boot back up quick enough, if you move off a space too long, it'll end the space. But I was a
Oh
all-state tight
shit.
end. I was a first team all-state defensive end, second team all-state tight end.
Yeah, I tell you, a bad motherfucker, man. You come up here in Huntsville, Alabama, and I know. Hey, man, keep me as a friend, please.
Hun-
I love y'all.
Huntsville's
You
where
know
I'm
that.
from. That's where I played high school.
Well, okay, yeah, my buddy taught at Buckhorn.
Yeah,
Anyway, but
I went to Butler. I went to Butler High School.
you went to Butler. Yeah, I went to
Yeah,
Coleman. You know that.
I do.
Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
I can tell you a bad boy. You played tight end and defensive end.
Yes, and I went to college to play defensive end, but switched to linebacker. It's a whole big thing, but yeah, but she's back in here. It gave the little note
Yeah.
with your
Well,
hostess
thank you.
having